Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone in Macon, Georgia, Middle Georgia, and everyone else around the world through the World Wide Web. This is the morning roast for Flatulent Friday, August 23rd, night.
Flaccid, flippant,
Flat-footed, flippant Friday
flagrant.
for the 23rd of August, 2013.
Yeah, back at you there, Good Time Radio. Look at that, he's sending us a kiss. I guess that's what it is. Looks like he's vomiting through his hand, though. Oh, wow.
Or making a flatulent noise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, good to see everybody here this morning, I
Yes.
guess. How are you?
Doing
Where's the
great.
kaboom?
Where's
There
the
was
kaboom?
supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Oh,
Make
that's
me
coming.
ring.
Believe me, that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be talking a lot of Kaboom this morning.
Yes.
By the way, you ever try that product, Kaboom?
You talking about?
There's an actual product, cleaning
Oh
product.
yeah,
called
yeah,
Kaboom.
I've done
It's
that.
fantastic.
You got to specify which kaboom.
Yeah, it's in the store under 20 other different labels.
Yeah. Because there's a bilingual Spanish language version of it called Fabuloso.
Fabuloso, see.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
See,
Sí,
yeah.
muy fabuloso.
My mom used to love that. The house stunk like Fabuloso. And that is actually what I'm going to be getting to take care of
The funk.
the funk.
Yeah. Yeah. But we say, yeah. B-funk.
Oh,
yeah.
I know the song, by the way. That whole song you were talking about, the George Clinton and the
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye. I finally got to see it. That song that
By Robin Thicke.
yeah, it doesn't
Word,
sound
man.
anything like it, really. I mean, it kind of has the same style.
It has
but-
the same tempo, but yeah. But a lot of people have been hearing this like, yeah, it sounds really familiar. Because I thought when Glenn Stefani came out with that song, Holla Back Girl, it had like the same drum beat as Prince's Housequake. So I thought
Who cares?
the same
Let him
producers.
shoot.
Well, producers of Pharrell. They also produced the Gwen Stefani song, Holla Back Girl, which
Yeah.
they seem to may have really good beats of it, But unfortunately, what's so sad? That's probably one of the actually good songs out, because all the other songs you hear on the clubs, it sounds like they're just like George Jetson's Car on Acid.
Yeah. Sounds like
How
that
can you dance to
typical
that?
transistor music coming out of some porno movie. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. But that's funny you mentioned Kaboom, because when you say you have to specify which Kaboom you're talking about, because back during the late 80s, there was a cereal called Kaboom. It was kind of, Kroger.
Yeah, there was a cereal
Yeah,
called Kaboom.
Kroger used to sell. It had it was kind of like tricks, like tricks
Yeah,
cereal.
like a Cheap Tricks.
Yeah, cheap tricks.
Cheap Tricks.
But it had like a clown on it, like juggling like these little
Yeah,
fruit rings. Kaboom!
juggling some.
Yeah.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. I want to say good morning to DS Photo Guy. You the man, kid.
Mm-hmm.
DS Photo Guy, wonderful, wonderful human being.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Good Time Radio, of course, is on. I'm
Yes.
glad to have you. Harry Kuda,
Yep.
and of course our good buddy friend
Rudy Ford.
Rudy Ford Giuliani.
Oh yes.
Yeah, clean up our place over here, Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yes you do your breast.
Rudy Judy.
Not Giuliani. All right, sorry, Rudy. There's nothing wrong with Giuliani. Actually, he did a lot of good stuff for New York. He cleaned up all those scumbags that used to work for the city.
Mm-hmm.
All those unionized workers, he got rid of half of them and consolidated the unions. He did a lot of good for you. He did better than Bloomberg.
Yeah.
I mean, even Rudy, as ruthless as he was, didn't have that stop and frisk law.
Yeah.
I mean, of all
Well,
the
surprisingly.
Yeah, of all the people, I would have never thought that a guy like Bloomberg would be the one to be so ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-billionaire.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If he regulated the size of your soda drink cups, I mean, my goodness, no telling what he'll do.
Yeah, I'm a Democrat too there, Rudy, I guess. Good morning, Lord of Likens. Just got on. Good to see. Yeah, Bloomberg is a rich dictator. He was also a Republican, and he turned coat. Go figure.
And he became a Democrat or something?
Then he became a Democrat, yeah. In order to win, he ran. This is his third term. I mean, this bum is so hard up on wanting to be mayor. He doesn't get a salary. He doesn't even take a salary.
Well, of course, because he's a billionaire. It's like, what?
Really, he's a multi-billionaire.
It's like just cigarette money for him. It's like pocket change to him.
Yeah. Cigar money, cigarette, yeah. And then, but he did, not only does he not take a salary, but then he forced himself, almost like that Filner guy over in San Diego, forced himself on the people and changed the law. And because it was only 2 terms allowed.
Yeah.
Trying to remember which mayor. I think it was Mayor Beam that brought that shit in, or Koch. No, Koch was 3 terms as well. Yeah. It was right after. It was Giuliani. Giuliani's the one that brought it and made it only 2 terms, along with the city council, before he disbanded the city council.
Mm-hmm.
And
here's a comment to the Knicks in the morning. Guys, love listening, but can you please eat off the air? It's not appealing to hear on the radio.
Well, they're eating on there?
Yeah.
who's eating on the air?
Oh, the guys from Melton. Dang. Even our bad habits, like they're taking our bad habits too. Like, look, I had a bag of Doritos up here a couple of times and stuff, but dang, that's just bad.
Yeah,
that's just wrong. You just.
Well, they're stealing every idea. Look, now,
that's like saying picking. Well, they're picking their nose because they happen to catch us pick our nose at one time. It's like, geez, how
I'm sure.
pathetic.
I noticed they have the 3-man. Which we originally started. Of course, now we're down to 2, but that's not our fault.
Yeah.
And they're using sound effects now, like music and all the shit. They're doing just about everything that we've done. And they're on the air right now. I'm looking at them from here, and Jack Ellis is on, along with Bobby Gale, who we had as a guest.
As a guest, but he's a guest like the guest host. He's filling in for Rick. I guess.
Yeah, we are cool, Lord of Likens. We are the originators.
The originators, the innovators, like
the
Little Richard.
We're the deciders.
And the providers.
Yeah, and the provider. There you go. Earth for present.
Yes, indeed.
Thank God I'm not a dictator. Believe me, I would have had that show, and I would have had those guys taken out and
put in the camp somewhere.
Put in jail somewhere.
Jeez.
Send them out to Siberia or something. Anyway, they are nothing but a bunch of copycats because these guys are, first of all, they're outdated.
Copycats get a paycheck, though.
Yeah.
What?
They're getting a paycheck.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
They ain't doing it for free.
Thank you, Ask the DJ. I always, at least I'm a Ferrari pit stop worker. I'm not some Honda pit stop worker.
Or Yugo.
Yeah.
Pinto.
I look like your logo
Fix
today.
it again, Tony.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to figure out how so many people buying those Fiats, man. It's like, I mean, I can understand that
they like the name.
Fucking ugly.
Yeah. They like the name. Fiat.
It's like a
Fiat.
It's like a go-kart with a trunk.
I
It's like,
like that. Oh, by the way, in case anybody's wondering, I got my game suit on today. It says Game Time on this hat. And of course, if you guys recognize this,
it's me, Mario.
it's Mario. I don't know what the hell that dinosaur is, but it looks like Dino.
I want to say, what's his name?
Wally
Puka?
Gator.
Puka?
It's like Wally Gator.
Wally Gator? You think so?
Nah, Wally Gator has a bit more of a snout,
No.
Like some green dude.
Anyway.
I know the character. I just have to look Google him.
Well, I just thought I'd dress the part. It's Friday.
Oh yeah.
See what happens today. Shit.
All needs.
All dressed up and no place to go.
Yeah. See, you got that red cap like Mario. All you need to get Anthony or Chris Payne to wear the green hat and be Luigi.
Anyway, lot in the news.
Oh,
Did
yes.
you hear what happened with my former opponent, David Lucas? For those of you who know local politics, David Lucas is the tyrant of Macon. This guy has got one of the most aggressive personalities in politics. He will make Mother Teresa roll in her grave 100 times over. And if she was alive, he'd figure something out to make her look like a thug. This guy
I
will.
got 2 videos for that, so.
Oh, great. Well,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna talk about this on the other end. Ed, are you ready? Cue that up. And I want you guys to tell me what you think, and Derek will read the story as well.
Yoshi, that's his name. Yeah, Yoshi. That's the little green.
Oh, Yoshi. Oh,
green
thank
lizard.
you,
Thank you.
Hydro.
Save me a trip to Google.
Yoshi Alligator. Yogi Bear, Yoshi Alligator.
Yeah, Yoshi Gator. Oh.
Yeah, no shit. Yoshi. Alright, there we go. Yeah, anyway. You ready?
Ask the DJ once, did you pop out the flower pots?
Yeah, did I pop out of a flower pot? That's cute. Actually, I used to use that as a metaphor for people who sat on their ass all day and did nothing. Yeah.
Super Mario. He gets bigger when he eats the mushroom.
Yeah.
And
Didn't he chase a monkey or a gorilla around?
Huh?
Didn't he chase like a monkey or gorilla
Yeah,
around?
yeah, Donkey Kong. But that was back. That's before people knew who he was. Back then, he was known as the Jump Man. You know,
Yeah.
because all he did was
Now,
jump.
don't you think that's kind of racial something? I
What do you
find
mean, Donkey
racism
Kong?
in everything.
Well, of
so.
course, because Donkey
There's
Kong's
a
very
white little
King
guy
Kong.
chasing around a big monkey.
Yeah, who has captured a white blonde chick. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, no doubt about it.
Anyway, yeah. Lord of Liking said that dangerous. Anyway.
Oh, Yoshi's a turtle without a shell.
why don't you bring the story up, and then my brother here is going to throw on the video.
Okay.
Here we go.
From Christian Drummond. Woman claims Lucas choked autistic son.
What a horror. This guy, I'm telling
Your
you.
face gonna freeze like that.
Yeah.
Then I'm really gonna laugh. They're gonna be like this.
A political brouhaha.
I'm telling you, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Alright, we're making good.
The
A political-
Tato did it. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
This is David Lucas. He was my former opponent, along with Miriam Paris, who we had the interview here. And also I interviewed on that little film that Ed showed yesterday of me sitting down with her, and everybody was like hitting on her online. All right, well, this is the third opponent, or there were 3 of us running. This was a guy that I wanted to stay away from because of his volatility, and he just doesn't care. He just talks to you however he wants. And this is the proof right here. Go ahead, Derek.
The proof is in the pudding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Where the hell do you get that from? I don't know.
A political
Yeah,
that should be on Who
Yeah,
Said
where
It
did that
First.
come from? We got to find out who said it 1st.
Mhm.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, a political brouhaha in the Macon-Bibb County Commission race for District 3 as the husband of one candidate is accused of choking the grandson of an opposing candidate. The husband, State Senator David Lucas, denied he ever laid hands on the youth. Kenya Miller is the daughter of Terry Tripp, who is running for District 3 seat against Elaine Lucas, a current Macon City Council member, and the wife of Senator David Lucas. Miller said Lucas put his hands around the throat of her 14-year-old autistic son and pushed him. The scene for all this was the Commission District 3's family neighborhood party Wednesday evening at the Lakeview Club Ballroom. Miller said that she thought that the party sounded like an open community event, and she dropped off her son, Chase King, and his sister to get some food. To the Lucases and their son, Lenny, the event was a party for the supporters of Elaine Lucas's
You read the
campaign.
whole article, it made no sense.
That's all right.
Okay.
Let him read it.
But anyway, that's pretty much was the gist of it.
Because the film only talks a little bit about some of it, but Go ahead, just wrap it up.
Well, it says in a barely audible cell phone video taken by King, Elaine Lucas and her son can be seen approaching King and his sister.
Yep.
So,
and that is the part that I don't know if they played. Did they play that on TV? Are we going to have a film? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Ed, you ready?
Roll that beautiful news
baby.
footage.
A Macon woman filed an incident report with the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. She told deputies State Senator David Lucas choked her 14-year-old son. No charges have been filed against Lucas. Bibb County Sheriff's Office says it is investigating the complaint. According to the incident report, it happened at a campaign event for Elaine Lucas at Lakeview Club Apartments. That's on Masseyville Road in East Bibb County. The boy's mother, Kenya Miller, filed the complaint. She says it started when her older son and David Lucas's son exchanged words. She told deputies that David Lucas then walked up and started choking her 14-year-old. Miller is the daughter of Terry Tripp, who is running against Elaine Lucas for county commission.
We don't know what the motivation for these incidents are. We don't know the motivation for why Ms. Miller, if she is related to the other candidate, why she's at another candidate opponent's campaign event. So we're not interested in all of that. We're only interested in the facts of the incident of some type of physical altercation took place, and that's where we're concentrating our efforts on. All of that other is really just static, and it's extraneous to what our investigation concerns itself with.
We also stopped by David Lucas's office.
I ain't gonna do no interviews.
Do you decline to comment?
I do.
Again, no charges have been filed against David Lucas. We will continue to update this story as more information becomes available. Kenya Miller heard on the radio about an event for voters in District 3. She said the ad stated it was open to the public.
We heard on the radio that it was a community event, and it was supposed to be like a party. We didn't know that it was an Elaine Lucas event.
Miller did not attend the event, but dropped her children off there.
My daughter called me and says, "Mom, this is an Elaine Lucas event. We need to come get us. They're kicking us out. We need to go."
She says Elaine Lucas confronted her children and asked them to leave. Lucas and Terry Tripp are running for the District 3 seat in the new Macon-Bibb County Commission. Kenya Miller is Terry Tripp's daughter. When Miller returned to get her children, she says State Senator David Lucas came out of nowhere.
He states that he was trying to break up the altercation. He didn't break up an altercation. He came out of a crowd and attacked my son around his throat and pushed him with his other hand.
Miller says her 14-year-old son, Chase King, is autistic. Chase says he's not sure why David Lucas confronted him, but he wasn't going to hit a grown man.
It was like a force in my neck, and he pushed me. And really, I really couldn't do nothing because I really didn't know what was going on.
Terry Rollins, who is Kenya's daughter, says David Lucas was pushing all of them, but it got personal when he treated her brother like that.
Yeah, he was pushing all of us at first, but it became personal when he actually got him by the neck and with his other hand pushed him into us. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it, and at that point I was like, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
The family referred us to the event flyer on Elaine Lucas's Facebook page, which asked people to join David and Elaine Lucas for a District 3 event. Kenya Miller filed a report with the Sheriff's Office. We spoke with Sheriff David Davis about the case. He told us he's just concerned with the facts.
We're not interested in all of that. We're only interested in the facts of the incident of some type of physical altercation took place, and that's where we're concentrating our efforts on.
Kenya says she would not have left her children at an Elaine Lucas campaign event.
Had I known it was an Elaine Lucas event, I'd never send my kids to anywhere where those people are. I would never have done that.
13 WMAZ reporter Austin Lewis went to David Lucas' office on Thursday to get his side of the story. But the state senator told us he wasn't talking.
I ain't gonna do no interviews.
Do you decline to comment?
I do.
He was drunk.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Confirmed by a reliable source. He was 10 sheets to the wind.
Well, there you have it. Okay, now.
The story, yeah, just to
I
be.
think Lucases need to give up the throne in Macon move on.
It's time to time to pass the torch. Time to pass the torch along.
You know, there's a lady threatened Chris Horn 2
Mm-hmm.
years ago.
Yeah.
On freaking TV. It runs in the family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck passion.
I know.
Well, there's a couple of things here that need to be addressed that I feel, are pretty glaring. One of them is, okay, besides the fact that he most likely laid his hands on this kid,
Mm-hmm.
when I was, again, running against Lucas, he was very, very aggressive. He got to the point when I was driving home, he sped up his car on us on Poplar Street and started screaming at me through the window.
Yeah.
And, he's known to be very aggressive. Not only that, but Danny Glover, the young man who dropped out of the race not too long ago, who was running against his wife, it was David Lucas who threatened him, saying, let's go outside, I'll kick your butt and blah, blah, blah. And Danny Glover basically backed down because he said, out of respect, I guess, because Danny would have whipped his butt. Danny's a young kid, strong.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny said, no, I'm not going to do that. Out of respect to you, I'm not going to do that. But this is the kind of gentleman, this man, or I should say, this is the kind of person this guy, David Lucas, is. That I would not put it past him doing this kind of thing. However, let's also take a look. They thought it was a community event. There was a flyer that was put out, and it was well known
Mm-hmm.
By myself and others. I didn't go because I knew it was a Lucas event. I don't know how this woman did not know it was a Lucas event.
They have signs on it, wouldn't they?
Not only signs, that's how it was known. It was known as a community event led by the Lucases. For her to say now that, I didn't know, I wouldn't have dropped my kids off, to me is a little bit disingenuous. How the hell did she know it was going on?
Yeah.
How else would she have not known?
And I mean, I know it's neither here nor there, but if you're gonna, if there was some stuff that's about to go down, I mean, and you're gonna have a camera in front of it, you got to at least look like that you're concerned, or at least like you're, especially if you're a part of a politician's family. I mean, I know it's kind of petty, like saying, man, she got a whole lot of tattoos for somebody who's.
I know she did have a whole lot of tattoos going on there. Yeah.
Yeah. But Manny said
that's
something.
neither here or there.
I know it's neither. I mean, I know it's kind of petty, but Manny said something that really got me. Is like, he says, choke someone and no one arrested. Very strange.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me just say this. It's funny that Lord of Lycans is asking, what's the point? What made it go up? It's obvious that film did not explain enough. Mm-hmm. For anyone to really even understand what the hell happened. And
no charges were even filed.
Right. What happened was that, according to the report, David Lucas's son, who, by the way, is now in jail because they had a warrant for his arrest. That has nothing to do with this. He had an outstanding warrant for his own arrest. So he's now in jail. But that young man started some kind of a fight with Linda Tripp's 16-year-old son. Or 16-year-old nephew. It was a family relation. So some kind of a family member. It was between Lucas's son and this young man. And according to Lucas, David Lucas, he went over to try to stop the fight. But instead, he admits that he had to be that he was getting mad and people had to jump in. He said, I never laid a hand on no 14-year-old kid. As a matter of fact, and he's still on the news, he said that he tried to stop the fight, but that he was getting mad, so they had to stop him from interjecting, which sounds to me like he wasn't there to stop the fight. He was there, he was mad, which means that he was probably going up to that guy to try to do something. And because he couldn't get his hands on the other guy, he got his hands on this young kid, this young autistic kid that y'all saw there.
Right.
And somehow that's how that turned out. But that, the fact that everybody's lying, everybody's saying something that isn't right. And that's why the sheriff said, and well said, he said, I don't want to hear all the details of, they're not supposed to, no political stuff. I want to know the altercation that took place and what happened. That's all. I don't want to hear about who she said, because it's all, everybody's coming up with different versions of what really happened. But the fact is that David Lucas himself admitted that he got mad and that they held him back. And of course, as you all saw, he's sitting there on a chair looking like a skunk drunk. Not saying that he was, I'm just saying it looked that way, the appearance.
Yeah.
Whether he was drunk or not, I don't know, but you never know.
And
after all, he was at a party.
Yeah, Manny says, I'm surprised the mom didn't have the kid lay down behind his car. He's getting set up big time. And says, oh, now the story gets money motivated because the child is autistic. And wow.
Yeah, something is not adding up. That's right, Rudy. And that's why all I'm saying is it doesn't surprise me that David Lucas would do this. That's number one. And everybody's in agreement on that. Everybody's in agreement on that. However, why that woman who is, family member of the very opponent that is running against Elaine Lucas.
He's 14 years old. He's
Terry Tripp.
Really big for his age. Yeah.
Why she would drop off her kids at a party
of their opponent.
Of the opponent and then say, well, I didn't know it was a party for the opponent.
Yeah, you didn't see that big Lucas sign on
and how would you have known there was a party otherwise? The party was not like, oh, here's a party, community party. It was a community event, that's true, held by David and Elaine Lucas.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that's what it was. And so, I don't think there were any winners here.
Definitely not. I'm telling you, man, I'm not getting a vibe. It's not just a seafood platter vibe. I'm getting a seafood buffet. I mean, it is fishy as all get out. This story right here, definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah. I don't know. All I'm saying is, well, I do know. I do know that David Lucas is more than capable, especially after threatening Danny Glover. Danny Glover, I'm telling you folks, he's one of the nicest, sweetest, peace-hearted kids who would never, and believe me, there's been times when I've riled Danny up. Because when I was running against Miriam Paris, I was all over him about it. I was like, how dare you, blah, blah, blah. I thought you were my friend, and blah, blah, blah.
Even got the weather day, 5-day forecast. See, they even taking all our stuff. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but they even show the 5-day weather forecast on there. Like, dang, even down to our weather. Met in the morning.
Oh, really? Look at that. Yeah, Met in the morning. What a crappy ass show that is. You got to pay to get on there. We ought to start charging people to get on here. Maybe that's a way to raise money. Anyway, I don't see how two kids fighting and a man jumping into pushing a child is fishy or a setup. Okay, Lord. Do you live in Macon? First of all. If you don't live in Macon, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I mean, I can understand you being confused. and wondering what the hell's going on. But unless you live in Macon, yeah, that's right, Manny, Lord time to get schooled. Unless you live here in Macon, you don't know shit. You don't know this man's history. You don't know what these people have been putting the city through for over 35 years. This isn't just all of a sudden, like he just lost his temper. This is something and someone who has done this time and time and time and time again. And it was only a matter of time before something like this happened. If, in fact, those people were there, right, why not just let them stay there? Why do you have to be so slimeballish and say, oh, you're my opponent, get out of here, get out of my party? What kind of shit is that? You know, and people do that here. Let me tell you, you got people that do that here. I have well, he's not a friend anymore, but where he went to a party, a birthday party, to wish happy birthday to, you know this guy, that Puerto Rican guy that I can't stand, that did the trivia. What is his name?
Well, Ricardo?
Ricardo.
Yeah.
Ricardo had a party. That was his birthday. And a guy named Craig Hamilton went to that party to wish him happy birthday. You know what that scumbag did? He said, I didn't invite you. Get the hell out of my party. What kind of shit is that? That's what goes on here in Macon, Georgia. If you're not invited, they will actually have the balls and the guts to get in your face and say, get the hell out. But yet, they won't confront you on other stuff, on stuff that's relevant and stuff that means something. They won't do that. But they'll be real slimeballish in throwing you out of a party. They don't care. They want to humiliate people. This is the way they do it. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do what I do. Because since people like to do it, I do it double down. I triple down. There was a time when he used to say, you cuss at me once, I give you a frickin' library back. I hit you over the head with a library of curse word. I don't do it anymore, but all right, yeah, maybe I do it.
Yeah, maybe.
But
maybe, well, not a library.
What?
Maybe a couple of hallways.
Couple of reams. But what I'm saying is,
a dictionary or two.
Yeah, these scumbags. I'm telling you, this is the way the people are here in Macon, Georgia. You know, if you're not invited to their party, God help you. And let's say even if you are invited, you could show up and say you're not invited. They will send you a freaking invite on Facebook, and then turn around and say, "Oh, you're not invited. You have to go." Yeah, I'd like to take somebody and choke them myself. Do a David Lucas on somebody.
Man, is that my mama's seeing dollar signs big time. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I would too. She messing with my kid. Jeez.
Maybe they are, Manny, but you know what? He easily fell for it. He easily fell for it.
Yep, it's called a setup. He was easily set up.
I think it was, you know, and it's you know, not to take sides here, but I'm trying to be as neutral as I can. You're probably most likely right, which is why the sheriff is getting all over this and saying, I don't want to hear anything about the he said, she said. I want to know there was an altercation that went on here, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. And I believe in our sheriff, Sheriff Davis, bless you, who is a very fair individual. He will come down, and whatever he comes down on, whether I agree with it or not, I will support, because I know that he's done his due diligence. Especially the sheriff. I don't know about Modena, that miserable scumbag of a human being, the former sheriff. But this current sheriff, I have all of the trust that he's going to do the right thing. And I pray that it'll happen. Yeah, you can come be my bodyguard, Rudy. Why not? He said, right, Irv, he should have had his muscle guys throw out the kids out and tackle.
Yeah.
He should have had Elaine Lucas show him out. Elaine Lucas got more muscle than most men. I mean, she was the one that went up to them and started all this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they poisoned the well.
Mm-hmm.
I did not go because I knew he was going to be there. If I knew that he was going to be in Atlanta, he wasn't going to be anywhere inside, I might have gone.
Okay.
But
I think
not because I support her, but because just to show, hey,
okay,
we're all in this together, I guess.
That's true. But speaking of poisoning the well, or at least alleged stories of it, there's been tests verify that Cochrane water has not been contaminated.
There we go.
There's an update on the water.
Boy, you're on a roll this morning, kid.
Oh, yes. Tests conducted on the city of Cochrane water system found no contamination of the system after severe flooding on Tuesday earlier this week. A statement from the city said Advanced Water Technology, a state-certified Georgia EPA laboratory, conducted the test and reported to the city yesterday that the system had not been contaminated. 4 samples were drawn from different points within the water system representing the city's 4 above-ground wells. All came back negative. The Cochrane Public Works Department confirmed there is no drinking water contamination and that the city's water continues to be safe to consume. And that's definitely some good news for people of Cochrane.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely terrible when you have dirty water, especially when you have to drink it, let alone bathe in it and wash dishes. I had some terrible pipe problems last year. I had some type of green stuff that was coming out of the freaking shower and stuff, and I had to. I had to basically take showers.
I had that shit in the other house. So remember when I was living on College Street one day, I go to fill up the tub to take a bath, and when I looked, the water was literally like dirt freaking brown.
Yeah.
It was like brown. It wasn't
like straight mud. We hope it was mud.
It wasn't like piss water, like yellow, and it was brown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what happened.
And
exactly, if you want to have a private event, you should have a private venue. By the way, Manny, he first of all, the kid didn't assault anybody. They assaulted him.
Exactly.
He was just in the crowd. Because she wanted to get them all out, obviously, and it was between her son, Lucas's son, who has the same issues as the father, obviously, and Elaine Lucas bullying up on these people, throwing them out because they found out who they were. And so, if anybody, it was them assaulting these kids. And also, it was a public venue, so he wouldn't have been hit with any kind of trespassing charges.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Pointy Cones. I'm glad you think our show is silly. If you think it's not silly, Vaughn has about 25, 30 other channels you can go to. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Anderson Cooper gets the same shit. Everybody tells him that he tells nothing but terrible stories.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him; he's making millions.
Yeah,
that's just the way.
Speaking of Anderson Cooper, last night he interviewed the lady, Mrs. Antoinette Tough, which is kind of ironic. That's her name, T-U-F. Yeah, she was definitely tough yesterday when she was on the 911 call. When she calmed down the would-be shooter at the elementary school in Decatur, Georgia. And a matter of fact, the president, I guess, went to talk to her. This is from Associated Press.
Here's some good news, Pointy Cones.
Yes, Syracuse, New York. President Barack Obama has phoned a Georgia woman credited with helping prevent a school shooting to thank her for her actions. The White House says Obama spoke with Antoinette Tough on yesterday, while in New York, where he is on an education-focused bus trip. The White House says the president praised Tough for the courage she displayed earlier this week while talking to a gunman who entered the school where she works. Police say Ms. Tuff, a school bookkeeper, was heroic in how she responded after being taken hostage by the gunman, the would-be shooter, I guess. They credit her calm demeanor and kind approach with persuading the man to surrender and ending the ordeal without any injuries or fatalities.
Yeah. Let me just say this. I mean, that woman was on Anderson Cooper last night.
Yeah, she was tough as nails.
Not only that, I mean, what a sweetheart, good person she is. What an incredible lady. I swear to God, she has the greatest vibe. She's tough. She's eloquent. She's very pretty. God-fearing, God-loving. I mean, she really gave me such a more hope. She gave me more hope that not everybody in Georgia is a piece of shit scumbag that I think that they are. Other than you, Derek.
Okay.
Yeah. And her.
Yeah.
And then the operator also came on the show, and she was just as cool. You know, a lot of these operators, 911 operators, are a bunch of whatever.
Yeah.
They could be ask you 10,000 questions. Meanwhile, I can't breathe. Where are you? What's your name? How many people are there? Well, get your ass over here. But anyway, this 911 operator was phenomenal. All the pieces fit. Everything went well. Thank goodness that we don't have any bad news to report from that whole incident with this young man, mauling down and massacring a bunch of kids and teachers. Thank goodness.
Yes, thank you. Also, want to add the kids from McNair Elementary. They just started classes yesterday without any type of delay or grief. I mean, the day before that, they had many of the students did go for counseling. To be able to recuperate from something that traumatic. An event that traumatic could have resulted in something much worse.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, do we have any video on this woman? We'll find out if Ed has anything. A video we could show.
The woman that Obama called?
Yeah.
Yes, 13 minutes long.
No, I mean, well.
It's the whole thing, the whole
interview.
conversation.
Yeah.
And then I got one of her meeting the 911 operator. Which one?
Maybe the one meeting the night, if that's a short one. The folks want to see, but she is an amazing, amazing human being. God bless her, and I hope that she gets some kind of Medal of Honor or something.
I know this plaintiff is saying that we don't tell anything but bad stories.
Yeah,
we actually showed. I mean, we just had a good one, right?
No offense, but if all the news all around the world talked about good things, nobody would freaking watch it.
Yeah, it'd be I mean,
you're driving down the road, you see a bad car accident. First thing you're gonna do, you're
gonna look.
Yeah, exactly. Those that like to complain about us giving bad news are probably the biggest supporters of that shit.
If it bleeds, it leads. That's usually the mantra for news reports. If it bleeds, it leads. If it's anything violent, there's going to be the first thing on.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Here's a video. Thank you, Ed. And
this is Kendra McCrae.
Oh, great! How are you? Doing? Oh. We made it!
What? We did it! Oh my God!
Oh, thank you! Oh, wow!
Yes.
It was really a moment.
It was.
Oh, I thank you. Oh, wow. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
What do you think of the job that Antoinette did?
She is a true hero. I said that she missed her calling. She should have been a counselor or something. You did so great.
Thank you.
I've never had a call where the caller was so calm
Well, when
and
you
so
own a car,
confident
it also
in
means
what
paying
you
for
were
things
saying
like
and
gas,
so personable.
insurance, and repairs.
It was great. You did a great job. You made my job a lot easier.
Thank you.
A whole lot easier.
Thank you.
Also, the situation that Antoinette was in of having to listen to what this gunman is saying, but also try to listen to what you're saying and kind of be the conduit between the two, and also try to calm him at the same time as, trying to keep yourself safe. I don't know how you did it.
I don't either, but God. I can't give the credit to even myself. That was nobody but God's grace and mercy. Because I can truly tell you, I was terrified inside.
And yet, talking to you, it didn't sound like that she was terrified. I mean, I was amazed how calm she remained.
She was very calm, and myself the same. I was terrified coming on that line and hearing those gunshots, and you asking me those questions. Should you run? And my hands are shaking so bad.
Thank you, Ed. Mm-hmm. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. There you go. Mm-hmm. There's a beautiful story.
Good story.
For those of you who want to OD on good stories, there you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Pointy ears. Whatever. Pointy head.
Two heroes right there, definitely.
It's funny. I mean, pointy...
Pointy tits.
Where is he? Is he even on?
Yeah, CIA Anderson.
Yeah, Pointy Clones. Is he still on? Look at that. He wants good stories, but yet he leaves.
Man, are you trying to say that Anderson you trying to say that Anderson's
gone for a while?
Part of the CIA?
Yeah. He wants good. Really? He wants good stories, right? Mm-hmm. And he's saying, "Oh man, you people don't put good stories. We put a good story on, and he leaves." What a freaking hypocrite!
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, boy.
What a pointy head.
Are you gonna lose sleep over it tonight?
Huh?
Are you gonna lose sleep over it tonight?
You know.
Nah.
Besides, I'm gonna go.
Fuck it.
I'm gonna make some popcorn and watch some WWE SmackDown tonight.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, he went to watch Al Jazeera. Exactly. Yeah. By the way, Al Jazeera has now come to America.
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly they say they're gonna be like different kind of news, and they're gonna have as many commercials. They're gonna be more open. Bullshit. Another propaganda tool of those hoo-has out in Litchfield over there, wherever they are.
Okay.
Try to. That's the new insurgency, folks. That's the new way Al Qaeda's gonna get in our heads, in our lives in America. It's through that freaking television show.
Well, I hope it don't go through the way like what this Colorado State Senator was talking about, through our poultry. Or something like that. Here's a wing-dang doodle for you.
Are you kidding me? Colorado Senator. That whole place sort of had a major earthquake and everybody sank in one big freaking hole.
So which one? So first you talk about California, then Florida. Now you're talking about Colorado.
Yeah, screw them all. Let the mountains fall on them. Look, check this out. How scummy could you be?
Okay. Colorado, this is from news1.com. It says Colorado State Senator Vicky Marble has a cure for poverty in the black community. Stop eating all that chicken. It says, according to the meeting in a legislature's Economic Opportunity Poverty Reduction Task Force, Ms. State Senator Vicky Marble says, when you look at the life expectancy, there are problems in the black race. You see, sickle cell anemia is something that comes up. Diabetes is something that's prevalent in the genetic makeup, and you just can't help it. Although I've got to say, I've never had better barbecue and better chicken and ate better in my life than when you go down south. And I love it.
She looks exactly like Ann Coulter.
Yeah, country version, yes. Marble also added that Mexicans, for example, have healthier diets in their homelands but stop when they immigrate to America. The Mexican diet in Mexico, with all the fresh vegetables, you go down there, they are much thinner than they are up here. They changed their diet. I've read studies on that. That Marble is a member of the task force is what makes her remarks even more disturbing. The comments offended several legislators in the committee, including Representative Rhonda Fields of Aurora, Colorado, who is black. Miss Field says, you mentioned what we eat. I was highly offended by your remarks, Field said. I will not engage in a dialogue where using these stereotypical references about African Americans and chicken and food. I will not tolerate that. This is not what this committee is all about. What we're trying to do is come up with meaningful solutions. This is not about eating chicken. Marble tried to respond to Fields, but Senator John Kefalis from Fort Collins, the committee chairman, called for a recess so we can take a deep breath.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I think she lost her marbles.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. Definitely no doubt. Lost her marbles.
Vorpalbite, you're full of shit. Saying that Russia's news is 100 times more honest than American news.
I want to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
American mainstream news is controlled by Washington.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
at
why
least
you'll see stories on our show you won't see anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But I research in 5 or 6 different places to know that they're true. But you
Mm-hmm.
won't see it because they don't want you to.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's what a commercial does. It keeps beating in your fucking head till you can't get it out of your head, like a song.
Yeah.
You can't get out of your head.
Like blurred line, you know you want. Yeah, that Robin Thicke song, you know.
I don't know whether European news is more legit than American news, but I will say this. I know that for many years they were selling a lot of propaganda. America did too.
Mm-hmm. RT News, yeah, I see a lot of the RT News on
yeah, Reuters.
Mm-hmm.
That Reuters.
I don't know if it's exactly Reuters, but it's basically it's supposedly an English speaking news company in Russia.
BBC is pretty good. You know, but well,
yeah, but Marble, I think she definitely lost her marbles for real because for one thing, she would have taken some some research and realized research that Mexicans actually replaced Americans as the fattest people on earth. You know, I don't know why. Maybe because they got a lot of McDonald's and Wendy's built over there. I don't know, but actually, America's not the fattest people on earth.
Speaking of food, I said you there. Adam Sandler was in Versailles.
Yeah. He was
and he went to his favorite place to eat, Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Yeah, him and what's his name?
Chris.
That long hair, Chris Rock.
Okay.
They went in to beat the hell out of some people in some Waffle House.
That's some
Fox News makes my head explode. Well, you know what? I'm not trying to justify or trying to defend American news organizations, especially I know being a victim of their misinformation right here in Macon, Georgia. I know how they are. They write everything wrong and somehow screw everything up. But to say that European and Russian news is more trustworthy and honest, I just don't buy it. If you want to say they're as equal in bullshitting as America, then maybe I'll believe that. But I just refuse to believe that they are somehow trustworthy news. After all, for hundreds of years, if not maybe less or maybe more, they were selling propaganda. They were helping Adolf Hitler. They were doing all sorts of shit. All of a sudden, they turned a new leaf. America has been more honest with their news for many more years than any of these scumbags out there in Europe. Period. Prove your point. Give me a story that America screwed up and that they got right. Show me something.
Hey, I got a picture for you. You know how when you drive through the parking lot and you're trying to find a parking space?
No, I didn't say helping Adolf Hitler for hundreds of years, you stupid ass. I said they've been spreading propaganda, including helping Adolf Hitler for years.
Yeah, so what you were saying is?
And you find a spot.
Yeah, parking spot.
And you can't pull in it.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about?
Oh yeah, it does.
What are we talking about?
Talking about trying to find a parking spot. Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm in the middle of saying one thing and then we jump to something else. I don't get it. But what does this have to do with what we're talking about?
We're trying to find a parking spot.
Trying to find a parking spot.
I've been tempted to do that a couple of times, particularly at Kroger and Target.
Yeah, I do trust that to find the best news reports, but some of them that you send us is onion stuff.
Only once in the blue moon, though. Once in the blue moon. Now
Well, we got a lot of blue moons around here.
that 8-legged calf, though. That was a creepy one, right?
I didn't make that one up.
Okay.
It's all disinformation.
I wish it was made up because it's like, man, you got to be kidding. Ugh.
Anyway, it's all disinfo. Take a little and put your own take on things together.
Mm-hmm.
If they say this, you can bet your ass it's that. If they say they are going to do something, they already have.
Yeah, that's what Manny said. Well, what do you know?
Whatever you said, whatever.
It's afternoon. I guess it's afternoon where you are. Congnip? Where are you from?
Congnip.
I guess it's afternoon where you're staying. It was 9 a.m. here on our time, Eastern Standard Time right now. Just turned 9 o'clock.
UK, 5 hours.
Wow, already? Shit. Boy, that blew by. By the way, you're absolutely right, Rudy. The truth is somewhere in the middle.
Yes. It's 9 o'clock right now. It's 70 degrees outside in Macon, Georgia, even though it is sunny for right now. But definitely keep your umbrella handy because it may have some rains, thunderstorms, and showers. We'll be right back with into our second hour of the Morning Roast, live from the Doghouse on Flatulent Friday. Yeah, we're back. I was trying to talk to Ed, like, do you realize the two out of the three teens who killed the Australian baseball player? You realize they actually changed the pictures of one of the suspects. They just basically got like a light-skinned black guy with brown eyes in that last picture with him, when they realized that the third suspect was basically a light-skinned, I guess tan white guy with blue eyes. I mean, this is a totally different person. I'm like, this is how. I mean, this is definitely one example you're talking about how
the press gets it wrong.
Yeah, how the press gets it wrong.
Where's
exactly.
Obama? Why is he making a phone call or something like that? You know.
They're going to jail.
If I had a son, he'd look like this guy. I mean, come
Look,
on.
Ed.
I'm biased. I'm sick of this
Bias my ass. They just changed. They basically did a bait and switch. They bait and switched this guy. Well, see how those guys are evil. Well, no shit. They're just three knuckleheads who's too damn bored to find a fucking Xbox. Or go to damn Kroger, go make a fucking sandwich. They can't go to damn Burger. You that damn bored to get a fucking Whopper or Big Mac? Come on now.
Yeah.
No, they'd rather kill somebody.
There you go.
No, fuck this Call of Duty. I want to kill people in real life.
There you go.
Forget throw the book. Throw the whole set of encyclopedias at them.
There you go.
Come on. And plus they don't need.
Use a fucking Wagnall.
Yeah, I mean, come on. They don't see this. Forget this. Zimmerman, look, the bottom line is they said they did it. There's no need for even a trial. They said they did it. They said they were bored. Well, guess what? I'm bored. I feel like Well, guess what? I feel like putting 2 million volts in your ass. How about that?
Well, not only that. I mean, when you take a look at the Trayvon Martin case, they didn't do shit for over a month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here these kids were. I mean, they didn't even arrest that scumbag up until people started making a big deal out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these kids were arrested right away. They were thrown in jail.
Exactly,
blah,
Rocco.
blah, blah. It's not even been a week, and already, like Rocco said, they want to make it into a race war.
Mm-hmm.
When in fact, it's not. It's more. Well, yeah, maybe it is. But these kids
That's
were.
what I'm getting at. That's what.
These kids
But they
these
switched
kids
a
were
white
racist.
guy's photo with a light-skinned black guy with a totally different eye color.
That ain't nothing new, man. They do that shit all the time, and then they'll have a little, like the newspaper will have a little clip at the bottom of page 2000. Oh, we're sorry, we made an error. That was the wrong picture we put up on the front page 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. No different than when Time Magazine had that picture of OJ when they made him like 5 shades darker than his actual skin color.
I'll tell you something right now. If people, number one, you want to own a gun, it should be like having to get a driver's license. You need to fucking go and pass and be certified and recertified every year.
And
but
get a mental health.
Everybody in their right mind that had a sense of brain that could handle it owned a gun, there'd be so much less fucking crime. They wouldn't take a chance on it. But damn criminals can get guns off the street. Easy.
And plus, not to mention, since they're underage, though, they, just like the doggone South African diplomat from Lethal Weapon 2. I get diplomatic immunity. You can't arrest me. I'm a youth. You know.
Yeah.
That type of stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
Because they think they can get away with it because they're underage. It's like, hey, they have no accountability. You know.
Or my father was the sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Lady K. We're all human. I don't get the race issue, but remember, these young boys. By the way, the aunt was there. The aunt of the young man who was holding the gun and smiling and all that on Facebook. She was on, and she said that, they've been a victim of racial discrimination. So this is kind of a tit for tat, but that's what exists. I mean, you have this issue of going back and forth, though. The whites want to accuse the blacks of being racist. The blacks accuse the whites of being racist. But everybody's a freaking racist. That's the problem. Everybody's wrong on this issue. There's racism enough to go around, believe me. There's more racism around than there is money.
I hate everybody.
Yes. Now, Cal 3000, you definitely hit it on the head right there. It says, I bet none of those boys had a father living with them in the house.
Probably not.
You definitely hit the nail on that one, buddy.
Or had a bad father image.
Oh, yeah. Either they had, either he was abusive or they didn't have a dad at all.
Yeah, well,
You know?
And
as a matter of fact, I read also, look, that some people thinking about, some people in Australia are thinking about boycotting the U.S. for tourism because of this crime.
I know.
Criminal act.
But meanwhile, didn't they have like all these annihilations everywhere around the world? You had 6 million Jews killed in Europe. We're not boycotting them.
Well, because that was during a war.
Yeah, well, whatever.
It was during a war.
We have a war on drugs or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We have war
not
everywhere.
the safest place to travel anymore.
This is all bullshit.
Yeah.
Stay in Australia. Who cares?
And when you got 12 and 13-year-old kids running around with 22 pistols, there's a fucking problem.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
By the way, Ellen DeGeneres is now sending people to Australia. I think she's kissing ass.
Ellen DeGenerate?
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres.
Degenerate.
Well, her spouse is from Australia, so.
Oh, she is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's another
A wife.
story right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A wife. Her wife. My wife, Portia.
Yeah.
Portia.
Yes. Portia de Rosa. Well, speaking of which, there was a little bit of a video that you played a little bit. I guess you teased the...
It got fucked up. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Well...
But, yeah, we got another one that...
Yeah, we got a porn video, man. Oh, what is
72
that?
degrees. Okay. We have a call?
It's Derek Shapiro.
I told him to call today.
Okay.
Good morning, the morning roast. Derek, how are you? How the hell are you, buddy?
Okay.
Great. How are you guys?
Good. What's going on? You sound kind of, you all right?
Yes, I am. I'm just doing a lot of stuff right now. I'm going to be at your show on Monday.
I know. I heard. It's exciting. I can't wait to see your next incredible film.
Yes. Did you see the preview yet?
Yeah.
So what is the preview for this film?
Are you sending us a preview?
Well, I sent it to Ed's email, the trailer. So I want to know what you guys think.
Okay, well, what I would like to do, if possible, before Ed, you show it, is have you here while we debut it. And then we can talk about it.
Okay, so Monday morning I'll be there,
Is Danny coming? Bucci?
Vinny.
No. Vinny's not coming on Monday, no. But just me. But if you have time to see it today, the preview, okay? I want to get your take on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I love your take on my preview, okay? And Monday we'll discuss it. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be good, you know. Right now I'm in Marietta, Georgia, right now. You know.
Oh, Marietta. Okay.
Oh yeah, you're in good area.
Good area over there, yes.
All right, so you will be here when? On Monday?
Monday morning, yep.
All right.
All right.
So how's things going besides that?
Oh, things are going great. I mean, the movie comes out tonight at 8 p.m. on the movie internet channel, YOLOsite.com tonight. It comes out tonight. More Out of Life. and I play two characters. I play Billy and Bobby Saps.
Wow. Okay. Sounds good.
Yes, and I'm working on another movie right now too. I'm working on another movie that's gonna be on in the wintertime called No Lips, No Teeth.
No what?
No lips, no teeth.
No lips, no teeth. There you go.
And I know a few people I wish were like that.
Yeah.
No lips.
Sounds like a hit.
Yes. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys Monday. Okay, have a great weekend.
Yeah, you have a great weekend too.
All
Derek.
right, buddy. Looking forward to it. It should be fun.
All right.
All righty. And there you have it, folks. Thanks, Derek.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye, buddy. There you have it, Derek Shapiro, the infamous, horrible movie maker.
I sent him a message on Facebook, told him he
Yeah.
called while I was on the other line. I don't want
Sounds
to switch the phone. My phone was broken.
Right.
Those of you who've been around, and if you've seen it before, he had one of the worst movies in history that we played, and we were in his movie for about 30 seconds.
I'm not gonna. It wasn't the worst.
It wasn't.
It was up there with the worst.
It was up there. I mean,
I've seen worse movies.
he makes Ed Wood look like Alfred Hitchcock.
Literally. Steven Spielberg. Yeah. Anyway, he's got what they call bits and pieces. No lips, no teeth. He's got no sense. But we're gonna have him on, and whatever.
Matter of fact, here's
whatever
something.
comes about it.
Speaking of movies, or actually bad movies, or at least something that may be a little bit more artistic.
Yeah.
There's the Adult Film Industries Trade Association has called for a moratorium on filming Wednesday after an actor tested positive for HIV. Miss Cameron Bay, a female performer who has reportedly been in and out of the industry since 2010 using the names Ashton, Cameron Lane, and Ryder, has been tested positive for HIV. The Free Speech Coalition confirmed in a statement to the Huffington Post yesterday. FSC is the industry's non-profitable trade association that oversees a database of all adult performers' STD tests. After Bay tested positive for HIV earlier this week, she took a second test Wednesday, and results of the second test also came out positive Thursday. She says, as difficult as this news is for me today, I'm hopeful that no other performers have been affected, Bay said in a statement from FSC yesterday. She says, I plan on doing everything possible to assist the medical professionals and my fellow performers. Following that, my long-term plan is to take care of myself and my health. FSC has been reaching out to any partners that Bay had starting 2 weeks prior to her last negative test. The coalition's executive director, Diane Duke, said to Huffington Post, the moratorium will not be lifted until and unless all of those individuals test negative. So far, no other performers have tested positive. And Duke says to Huffington Post that the industry has cooperated with the moratorium and that it is unknown whether transmission occurred on set or not, or offset.
Wow. There you go. Don't go into porn movies, and don't forget the rubbers.
Yes, don't forget your rubbers.
Those people never wear rubbers. That's the problem. I mean, they go around having that unprotected sex. It's crazy. Look at what happened. What's his name? The guy with the long schlong. What the hell was his name?
With John Holmes?
John Holmes.
A.K.A. Long John Silver. Yeah, he died of AIDS.
You know what really gets me is they all have the same ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And
a so-called happy ending.
Yeah, the porn industry is dying anyway. People are now making their own porns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it ain't like you go to Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Hey, I need to do a.
I mean, you got free videos now. You get on and get a video done.
Can't even make a living no more.
What was the last one you seen?
I don't watch it anymore. I'll tell you why. Not because I don't want to watch it, but because they have a lot of viruses. Literally. They can ruin
your STD or computer viruses.
Computer.
They
can ruin your computer.
In other news, Wiener hasn't pulled out yet.
I know. Wiener made his own porn.
Yeah.
By the way,
and
there was
still
some
going
woman
strong.
saying that she was all hot on Wiener.
Yes.
She was on Jay Leno last night, some kind of opera singer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, of course, she looked like
She made her hit that high note?
Pippi Longstocking. Ugly little. Yeah.
Oh, Christian Chenoweth, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy's brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she's so cute
Kristen
and petite.
Chenoweth.
No, Kristen Chenoweth, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she is. She is kind of cute and petite. She's like 4'11" and
yeah, 4'11".
tiny little
She's got a
blonde chick.
square head and
yeah, you can spin her.
Anyway, she was gonna sing some kind of a wiener song yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knows?
Woo, boy.
She was trying to be funny and all that, and it's just somewhat.
Oh my
I'm like,
goodness.
who died and left this woman balls? How the hell did she become famous?
She's a
people
famous
like that
singer.
become famous, and we're like slime balls.
She's a Tony Award winning actress.
You know what Butterface is?
Yeah, everything looks good but a face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows?
Who's everything look?
Lord.
That's
Jeez.
a Butterface.
Yeah, that's definitely a
That's
butterface.
not a butterface. That's more like a mud face.
A margarine face.
What the hell?
Parquet
See,
face.
everything looks good, but her face.
Yes.
That's mean.
You know what, Ed? Do you think
she's taking?
Do you think butterface people are put on this earth just to keep ugly people in the world?
Oh yeah, that's why you know the ugliest girl in the school hangs out with the fattest girl in the school.
Yeah,
that's true.
Or usually, butterface girls, they usually have the hottest bodies, but they just look like, but from the neck up, look like their face threw up or something. You know, their neck threw up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just from my observation.
You know what?
Because
even a paper bag wouldn't help that one.
Remember the Dyson commercial with the vacuum cleaner?
Mm-hmm.
And the girl was dancing?
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Yep.
And they let the vacuum cleaner go?
Mm-hmm.
Reminded me of the girl from Shallow Hal. That was a funny ass movie.
Oh yeah, it's a hilarious movie.
Lady K, you're not ugly. Although I don't know what the hell you look like, but I don't think you're ugly.
Is Lady K a lady?
Usually women that say they're ugly, they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They try to be like
self-deprecating.
Self-deprecating.
Yeah, but I really do think that I think butterface people, butterface women, you know, or I think brought here to keep ugly people in the world, you know. Because if everybody was good looking, I mean, what would you need? I mean, bars would be shut down. I mean, what else would you need alcohol for? I mean, for an alternative fuel, perhaps.
Well, you
or
hear
something?
one about the guy that went to buy a box of Trojans?
What?
And after he got his change, and the cashier said, "Need a bag?" He said, "No, she's not that ugly."
All right, here we go. There's your mama jokes. All right, here we go.
I got.
What else we got? By the way, did you hear about Ben Affleck? He's becoming the new.
That ass fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Cape Crusader.
I want to see that story, but we'll once again more people coming out of the closet, but not this guy. This guy's coming out of the Batcave.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck is the new Batman. You talk about. I'm not a big fan of Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Affleck. I'm not a fan of Ben Affleck. He annoys the shit out of me. He's like a real lame-o, milquetoasty kind of actor to me.
Even though he has 2 Oscars.
Yeah, well, they give
so Kevin
Oscars away
Costner,
now.
so.
You don't have to have talent to get an Oscar. In the old
But
days,
it does help. Doesn't hurt though.
Meanwhile, they didn't give an Oscar to Charlie Chaplin for 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest filmmakers of all time.
Or Alfred Hitchcock for that.
Or Alfred Hitchcock.
Usually they only come famous after they're dead a long time.
So it don't mean shit. But Ben Affleck is set to star in Batman.
Like Urso was saying about Megan living off the dead. That's what Megan doing, living off the dead.
And in Warner Brothers Man of Steel sequel. It's a sequel.
Okay.
Zack Snyder will be returning to direct Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill in the still untitled film, which is to be the first time Batman and Superman have shared the big screen.
And underwear, too.
Yes.
They have Ellen underwear.
Yeah.
The press release announcing the news says that Affleck Batman will be an entirely new incarceration of the character. Boring.
Incarnation of the character.
Yeah, incarnation. Reincarnate, whatever. Boring. Amy Adams, Lawrence Fishburne, and Diane Lane will be returning to reprise their roles in the film as well, which is slated to open worldwide on July 17, 2015. Snyder, who's Man of Steel, it grossed over $649 million worldwide set the release. In the release, Ben provides an interesting counterbalance to Henry's Superman. He has the acting chops to
create a layered portrayal of a man who is older and wiser than Clark Kent and bears the scars of a seasoned crime fighter, but retain the charms that the world sees in billionaire Bruce Wayne. I can't wait to work with
They talk as though these people are real. They're freaking fictional characters, you stupid morons.
But speaking of fictional characters, ABC is going to have their brand new program, which is another comic book based. This time it's Marvel Comics instead of DC. Is the Marvel Comics Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is I guess their version of DC's Justice League, which is kind of like another, I guess, an extension of the X-Men. Featuring Ming-Na Wen, who plays one of the characters in it. You know her from the Joyride Club. She's very beautiful. She also played the role of Chun-Li in the live-action movie. What was that? It was a video game, Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Based on the video game of the early '90s.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Lovely actress, by the way.
No.
She's kind of. Yes.
She looks like the girl that used to own the dry cleaner down the block.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway, but this Man of Steel and everybody Steel, and now they Steel Shield and Steel and Steel. Everybody's stealing.
It's like crossover show, crossover.
What's
movie.
going on here? What is Steel?
Oh, Vorba didn't Ben Affleck play Rob opposite George Clooney's bad? No, that's Chris O'Donnell. Chris O'Donnell. He played the role of Robin. He's playing the partner of LL Cool J in NCIS Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's a really good
right.
show. Yeah.
That's right. And he was also in Lost in Space. That guy, wasn't he?
No, that's Gary Oldman.
No, the Lost in Space. That guy that played Robin.
Oh, Commissioner. You talking about Commissioner Gordon from The Dark Knight? Yeah. Now he was in.
No, I'm talking about Lost in Space.
Joey. You talking about Joey, the guy who used to be on Friends?
It was Joey and that stupid guy from the one you just mentioned.
Matt LeBlanc. Yeah.
Matt LeBlanc and the other guy, the guy
Gary
that was
Oldman.
in Batman. Yeah, the guy that was in Batman playing Robin. That guy was in Lost in Space, wasn't he? Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Let me go.
If I remember correctly, Joey was the main guy.
Yeah, and I know Gary Oldman played Dr. Smith.
And then this kid, this Robin guy played the son that was betting this guy's wife, Chris O'Donnell. Yeah.
Chris
he
O'Donnell.
He was in.
I know he was in
Space, a new version. Yeah.
Let me check, because I remember seeing that movie, and I was getting ready to take my date to that. We were going to go to dinner in the movie, and I went like 2 hours earlier because we missed the time to meet each other, and I said, and the movie sucked, and I didn't want to pay it 2 more times and see, because that'd be like 3-4 hours, and $25 I'm never going to get back, So I didn't want to take a chance. So basically, we would just say, let's go straight for the restaurant dinner, because we were supposed to go on the 4:00 movie, but she thought it was a 6:00, and I didn't want to pay another $8. Actually $16 because I had to pay for her and myself. And that would have been already paid another $8 before. That would have been like practically $30 I'm never going to get back, as well as 4 hours. So $200.
Yeah, and $10 sodas and $25 chocolate and popcorn. They get stuck in your throat while you're eating. By the way, Charlie Sheen, 2.5 Men. That show really sucks now. I mean, I couldn't stand it before.
No, I checked that. He wasn't in Lost in Space. That was Gary Oldman, Matt LeBlanc. Okay, and let's see. I'm trying to remember. William Hurt William Hurt. He was from Kiss of the Spider Woman, but he was in Iron Man. William Hurt, the first. No, that was no, that's not William Hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like Kirshner either.
Lloyd Bridges' son.
Yeah.
Who played
I don't like whatever his freaking name is.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher. I don't like that kid. First of all, he married a cougar.
and he divorced her.
And then he divorces her.
And then he
tries to be endearing and all that shit. Meanwhile, that 70s show really sucked.
It wasn't that bad to me though, but it was some parts where I thought it was like really Mangina-ish. Basically just they really went overboard to make the star of the show, Topher Grace, his character Eric, just really, really nerdy.
Yeah.
Beyond recognition. And it's like,
how do these people become millionaires? I mean, my God, I'm telling you.
Well, they save their money instead of getting high.
Well, that's it. Well, I'm telling you, there's a big, gigantic freaking asteroid that's ready to hit this freaking Earth very soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't like that show Punked either.
End.
I was hoping he would get punked before his show went off the air.
Oh, did you hear? You talked Tom Brady. I don't know why this brought it to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But did you hear that David Cassidy got stopped for DUI?
Yeah, talked about it.
Is he not horrible looking or what?
He's 63. He's supposed to be.
What the hell happened to that guy?
Time and the elements, man. Time and drugs. Time and drugs will do it every time, man. Time and drugs. I mean,
wow.
I mean, granted, he was a teen star back in the 70s,
He's
but
a
that was
good-looking kid.
40 years ago.
Yeah.
But time plus drugs will do that.
Come on, get happy. I can't believe you're saying that, Rudy. I just had that very song in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, you heard about his father. Of course, his father burnt to death or some shit.
Jack Cassidy, yeah.
Jack Cassidy. He was on Bewitched and kind of a B actor.
Yeah, and I guess he was kind of jealous. In a way, it was almost like as if he was jealous of his son becoming more famous than he was.
Yeah.
When he was on the Partridge Family. It's kind of sad, though, what happened to him, too.
Anyway, show us a picture of her 40 years ago, please. I kind of look the same.
Well, minus the beard, right?
Minus the beard and this attitude that I have that's been jaded in my face.
Yeah.
I looked happy. Now I'm,
pissed off.
Yeah.
Cussing out pizza guys.
Sick and tired of having to deal with a bunch of scumbags in my life.
Yeah.
Good morning, Three Bears. Here we go.
How you doing, Three Bears?
By the way, we never really, we're so rude. We need to go down to Rashi and say hello to everybody, Derek.
Okay.
Why don't we do that? Just make them all feel accepted.
Okay.
They don't go out and shoot somebody because they're bored.
Yeah, that's true, yes. Want to say good morning to Hydroponic Plastic Canvas. How you doing? Evil Knievel, Harry Cooter, Kane, Lady K1, Lord of Lycans. Good morning. Manny, Mystic Shitter. Ew. Nical 3000, Real Man Pawns, Rocco, Topher, Vorpal Bite 2, Zappa 1, Rudy 4, The Three Bears, Vapes versus Cards, and Watchdog 1.
There we go.
And also Diaz Fool, the guy who was here earlier this the first hour.
Yeah, he'll probably be back. But there you go. We'll probably get a visit later from Tower of London as well as the coffee guy.
Oh, yes.
Good morning to all.
Speaking of coming out this morning.
Yeah, we do, Rudy. We all get old and cranky. Speaking
of coming out to the world, so to speak.
Yeah.
Actor Wentworth Miller comes out, the star of Prison Break. After being invited to attend the St. Petersburg International Film Festival in Russia, the Prison Break star decided it was time to go public with his sexual orientation. He says, "Thank you for your kind invitation. As someone who has enjoyed visiting Russia in the past and can also claim a degree of Russian ancestry, it would make me happy to say yes," the 41-year-old wrote in a letter to the festival's director, which was posted on GLAAD's website. "However, as a gay man, I must decline." And the actor goes on to explain, "I am deeply troubled by the current attitude toward and treatment of gay men and women by the Russian government. The situation is in no way acceptable, and I cannot in good conscience participate in a celebratory occasion hosted by a country where people like myself are being systematically denied their basic right to live and love openly. Yeah. Miller is, of course, referring to Russia's new anti-gay laws, which are a ban on propaganda and non-traditional sexual relations, quote-unquote, as part of an effort to promote traditional Russian values over Western liberalism and prohibit the adoption of Russian-born children to national and international same-sex couples. The actor concluded his letter by saying, "Perhaps when and if circumstances improve, I'll be free to make a different choice."
I like what Rudy Ford says. He's changing his name to Prison Bitch. And, you know, why is it all these people are coming out saying they're gay now? I mean, my God.
I guess because it's popular and it's convenient. I mean,
even the Pope is like leaning, I don't know. He's like, I don't have anything against gay people.
Mm-hmm. Trust me.
What's going on now?
To be honest, I think it's really cool to talk about it, particularly if I would say if it benefits them to a certain extent. Because believe me, if there was a way that people benefited in being black, trust me,
they're bored.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're bored being straight.
They have to go shoot their gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got their rifles.
I don't feel like playing video games or watching CSI or hell making a sandwich. I just need to kill something.
Yeah, I'm bored. Let me go and shoot my load on somebody.
Yes. You're talking about a gun, right?
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why the hell not?
Ew.
You know, yeah.
Well,
back of the head somewhere.
Yes. Well,
anyway.
In other news, in local news, I guess.
Three Bears, you shouldn't be so surprised. You know how our show goes. You're used to that. Good to have you back, by the way.
Yes, same here.
You see, we still got your picture up. How beautiful it is! It's still our centerpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Never forgot you.
You haven't
like some people that forgot us. But anyway, we still love you, and we're glad you're still around, baby.
Oh yes, indeed.
And what else is in the news, Derek? Well, we're finding out that people are gay. We had the wrestler yesterday saying he came out.
Oh yeah, Darren Young from the WWE. He's one half of the black tag team wrestling team, the Primetime Players.
Yeah,
we're talking about millions of dollars. Yeah. Yes.
All we need is Ben Affleck now to come out. He says he's gay.
Yeah, Darren Young. He's one half. He's the shorter one with the fro of the Primetime Players, those who have heard of the tag team wrestling half of the Primetime Players. In matter of fact, also last night the TNA Impact Wrestling was on last night, and they had a fight of which member of a particular wrestling group have to leave. Basically, it's a do or die. So whoever got pinned or submitted or had to tap out had to leave. And it was basically the two rival stables, the main event Mafia versus the Aces of Eights. And somehow Mr. Devon of Aces and Eights has to leave town or leave Impact Wrestling because he got pinned by, I think, was it Chris Sabin or one of the members from the main event Mafia, and now he has to leave town. So now there are main event Mafia have one up on the upcoming hardcore pay-per-view event that they have upcoming soon later in the year. And other news, and also we know about the upcoming football game that Mercer's having, the first one in 72 years against Reinhardt University. Their opening game is going to be August 31st at Mercer University. And those who if they still have some tickets remaining for their upcoming first football game for this season, is for standing room only, and you have to get it online. It costs $5, standing room only. But in case you don't get it, don't worry about it. They're all on August 31st. They also have the early tickets to get Georgia National Fair for the Georgia National Fair. Also on August 31st, we'll be coming in Perry this upcoming October. So you'll definitely have something to do. If you missed the football game, the debut of Mercer football, don't worry, you can get some tickets for the Georgia National Fair, which will start the same day, which will be 2 months from now.
Yes.
Yes.
Buy your tickets now.
Yes, buy your tickets now.
I got another story I could send you.
Mm-hmm.
About an 88-year-old man that was beat to death by a bunch of teens.
There we
Oh,
go.
jeez.
We got another great story coming up. Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah. Well, in other words, I want to go ahead and get sports out of the way. We had
my sound effects together.
Okay. Jeez. Last night we had some preseason games. Carolina Panthers defeated the Baltimore Ravens 34-27. That was the ESPN game, and also the Detroit Lions defeated the New England Patriots 40-9.
Wow.
Too bad it's only a preseason game, huh? But we have a couple of games for this weekend, for Friday, actually for tonight, August 23rd. You have the Green Bay Packers versus the Seattle Seahawks, and that's going to be on CBS tonight at 8 p.m. tonight. So you'll be able to see some preseason football on network TV. Also on, I guess, on the NFL channel or ESPN, depending on where you look for it. If it's check your cable listings or satellite listings. The Oakland Raiders are versus Chicago Bears, 10 p.m. tonight. And
not bad.
Not bad. And also this weekend we got a plethora of them. For Saturday we have, for some other games we have coming up. Well, I was trying to get Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, we have some games. We have the Cleveland Browns versus the Indianapolis Colts at 7 p.m. Saturday night. The New York Jets versus the New York Giants, the New York Subway Series in football, preseason football. That'll be 7 o'clock tonight. The Buffalo Bills versus the Washington Redskins at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. The Philadelphia Eagles versus Jacksonville Jaguars at 7:30. Also 7:30 p.m. The Miami Dolphins versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a Florida series. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, 7:30 tomorrow night. The Atlanta Falcons, they have tomorrow night. They have a preseason game against the Tennessee Titans at 8 p.m. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Cincinnati Bengals at 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow night. Also on CBS Saturday night, we have the Denver Broncos versus St. Louis Cardinals. And also on the NFL channel, the Arizona Cardinals St. Louis Rams versus the Denver Broncos. Then we have at 10 o'clock tomorrow night, the Arizona Cardinals versus the San Diego Chargers. And for Sunday night, we have the New Orleans Saints versus the Houston Texans at 4 p.m. and the San Francisco 49ers versus the Minnesota Vikings. That's going to be 8 p.m. Sunday night on NBC. So you're going to have some primetime preseason football on NBC. And also, don't forget the Houston Texans and New Orleans Saints football game, 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon on Fox. That's what we have for NFL. And for some of the scores for Major League Baseball, you had Cincinnati Reds over the Arizona Diamondbacks 2-1. The Dodgers over the Miami Marlins 6-0. The Yankees over the Toronto Blue Jays 5-3. The Minnesota Twins over MLB. Minnesota Twins over the Detroit Tigers 7-6. Wow, the Washington Nationals had a long marathon, beat the Chicago Cubs in extra innings, 5-4 in 13 innings. Chicago White Sox, another long winder, beat the Kansas City Royals 4-3 in 12 innings. Philadelphia Phillies over the Colorado Rockies 5-4. The Atlanta Braves loses to the St. Louis Cardinals 6-2. Pittsburgh Pirates over the Giants. San Francisco Giants 10-5. And also have some news about Mr. Hayward from the Atlanta Braves. Jason Hayward, after getting surgery yesterday from his broken jaw that was being struck by a pitch 2 days ago, a 90 miles per hour fastball. It says how long he will be out. We thought it was going to be out for the rest of the season, 6 weeks, but it looks like he may miss part of the regular season of next year. So it's a really serious fracture. I guess it would be if you got hit by a ball 90 miles per hour and get your jaw broken. But it seems like he's basically recuperating from the surgery from his broken jaw, and it says he'll heal up.
Pretty bad, dude.
Yeah, really bad. So hopefully he'll be ready for next season.
Now, let's go back a minute. You said something about a Subway Series.
Yeah.
That was between the Jets and the Giants?
Yeah.
Don't they both play in New Jersey?
Now that you mention it.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
As a matter of
they
fact,
do.
right now the New York Giants play at the Timex Performance Center, which is in East Rutherford, New Jersey. New Jersey does not have any subways. The Jets, trying to remember where they played, but I'm gonna.
Well, it's a New York rivalry. I'll admit. I'll just take out the subway.
No, it's funny that I'm just saying not to try to make you the center of this. I'm just saying, ain't it funny that they're still calling it a Subway Series when in fact they're not even in frickin' New York anymore.
Yeah.
They're in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And
are the Jets of New Jersey too?
Yeah, the Wikipedia is really shocking today. Then let's see, New York Jets, I guess. And they're not even New York anymore. I just don't get it. Why are they calling them New York Jets in the Subway Series when they don't even play again?
Also from New Jersey.
Also from New Jersey at the MetLife Stadium.
So
why are they calling it a Subway Series?
Yeah, well, why they call themselves New York? Because they were both. Why don't you just call it New Jersey? New Jersey Jets, New Jersey Jets. Maybe because New York is much more popular. Same way, kind of like certain restaurants back in Athens. I mean, Coffee Guy, if you watch, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like certain areas like Gumby's Pizza and Pizza Pronto, and this place called I guess FedEx Kinko's.
Pronto. I used to work for them.
Oh, Pizza Pronto? Mm-hmm. Oh, strange, small world. But anyway, it's kind of like when I used to live at Russell Hall back in Athens. They used to say certain areas, like certain dorms. Somehow Russell. Well, it's not like I'm naive to it, but Russell Hall had this bad reputation of being a nasty, dirty, filthy dorm because there was 1,000 of us lived there, 1,000 dudes living in one dorm, and it was filthy. And it was all guys. And they didn't make it co-ed until 1992, like around my senior year. So it was actually co-ed around 92. And certain restaurants or certain places of businesses always say that they were across the street from Brumby Hall or Creswell Hall, which both of them were right next to because we were in the middle. We were in between Creswell Hall, which was also co-ed, longer than we were, and Brumby Hall, which was an all-girls dorm. But for some reason, because of Russell's notoriety as being a nasty, filthy, loud dorm, they always say Ringer's dry cleaning place, which is a good dry cleaning.
Dorm isn't filthy and nasty. All those young kids, they don't know how to.
I know, right?
Wash their feet.
I know. But they always say there was across the street from Brumby Hall. Or from Creswell Hall. They never said they were across the street from Russell Hall, even though these two places were directly across the street from Russell Hall. Ringer's Dry Cleaners and Gumby's Pizza. It's almost like they were ashamed to be associated with Russell Hall. I mean, it's just a street over. I mean, just across the street. I mean, what's the problem?
Well, speaking of New Jersey and all this other crap that they try to call themselves New York.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Richie Sambora was fired by Bon Jovi? Wasn't he with them and then not with them and with them and not with? What a dysfunctional group they are.
Mm-hmm. Well, he used to be married to Heather Locklear, and then
look at her now. She's like a drunken fool.
Like I said, man, time and drugs, time and alcohol, or aged person.
Yeah, well, he locked Leah with her, but it sounds like Richie Sambora is living on a prayer.
Yeah,
and not much else for the foreseeable future. According to the report from RumorFix.com, Sambora was canned from Bon Jovi's tour and replaced by lead guitarist Philip Exindus. whatever.
Sanitas, yeah.
Sanitas, whatever. Why? It's all about the Benjamin. Lots of them, or dead president.
Yeah.
Apparently, Sambora, who has been in the band for 30 years, makes about $2 million a month, plus 20% of the profits while on tour.
Zanitas makes $10,000 a month with no profit share.
Yeah, there you go. And that's a lot of cash to spread around remaining 4 band members. A source told the website that Richie wants to go back on stage and is really upset over the news. Start your own freaking band.
Mm-hmm.
If you're that talented, start your own band.
So,
you know,
money issue. So basically, why don't you just cut his pay, or maybe not? Maybe give Zanitas at least $100,000 or maybe $500,000 a month. But I mean, if you're making $2 million a month, my gosh.
Yeah, but you know, these guys, they're all like hard on when it comes to money. I mean, God knows.
Well, that's just people in general, but especially more so in show business.
But I mean, really, is he really worth that much?
If he helped them make it to the top. Perhaps.
But didn't he leave the band for like forever?
Maybe so. I mean, maybe. I mean, if
wasn't the other guy on there at one time before Sambora or after him? The one that was in that had that song, Gigolo. Just a Gigolo.
You're talking about David Lee Roth? That's Van Halen.
Oh,
that's Van Halen. That's a whole other. That's a whole other band.
It's like, you know, they all sound alike too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so. All right, well, Ricky Sambora Richie, once again fired from Bon Jovi.
Wow.
Bon
Jovi. That's a long. That's
a
really
couple of good songs. I like Bon Jovi, but you know,
$2 million though, man. That's. I would be crying. I would be crying like Charlie Sheen too. I mean, he made like $2 million a week.
Yeah, I'd be wailing like a stuck pig.
$2 million a week paycheck. Come on, how you mess that up? Just how? I mean, if your bills are paid on time all the time, you get that bored. I got to do something crazy and then mess up your kill the golden goose.
Here's the thing about money that's funny. You know, you got a lot of it. You also got a lot of leeches and people around you.
Yeah.
And you have to worry about what the government is doing, especially now with NSA and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all of a sudden you get a little bit of money right away. All these bills start coming at you, and you're like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's nice to have money, but if you have too much of it, they're all over your ass about it.
Oh, yeah. So many people with their hands like, gimme.
Yeah,
and
which is, I think, the reason why a lot of people recklessly spend it. Is like, let me spend it before somebody else gets their hands on it.
That's true.
Speaking
of getting money, there's some SEC coaches dropped Manziel to preseason second team. This is from Birmingham, Alabama. Associated Press. Southeastern Conference coaches apparently don't think Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Manziel is the league's best quarterback. Go figure. The coaches rated the Texas A&M quarterback as the preseason second team selection on the teams released by the league on Thursday. Georgia's Aaron Murray was the first team choice, while Alabama's A.J. McCarron received third team honors, even though Alabama won the national championship. Manziel became the first freshman to win the Heisman Trophy last season, but allegations that he received payment for autographs could threaten his eligibility. Manziel's lawyer has said he believes the quarterback will play in Texas A&M's season opener against Rice on August 31st. Seems like all the college football games start on August 31st right now. Even if an NCAA investigation isn't finished, but that decision could ultimately be the Aggies' decision. The cloud over his eligibility might have something to do with Manziel's downgrade. He was the first team pick by league media before those allegations surfaced. And all three quarterbacks put up big stats, but Manziel had an unprecedented season in the SEC, even one-upping 2010 Heisman winner Cam Newton of Auburn. He led the league with 1,410 rushing yards and 21 touchdowns, and also passed for 3,706 yards and 26 scores. And Manziel is the first player in NCAA history to surpass 5,000 total yards and 1,000 rushing yards in a single season. I guess that's probably why he's the first freshman to win the Heisman Trophy. But you know, who would have thought that you would have to leave college football and go maybe straight to the pros after at the end of your freshman year, maybe, or at least beginning of your sophomore year. That is crazy.
Wow. Okay. Shocking.
Yeah. Even though Aaron Murray is not too shabby either, Georgia's quarterback. He's the first quarterback in SEC history to have 3,000 passing yards in 3 straight seasons, throwing a school record of 3,893 yards and 36 touchdowns in a season while being intercepted only 10 times. He also holds the school career marks for touchdown passes with 95 passes and touchdowns responsible for 104 touchdowns. That's really incredible.
Wow.
And that's all I have for sports.
Sports. All right. Well, we got another more news coming out of India. And once again, another woman was gang raped. Well, golly gee. That's why I think they got like 1 billion people. How many people they have? They like banging a lot.
Like 1 billion and a third, 1.3 billion.
Yeah, you can imagine.
Well, you don't get 1 billion and 3 people from osmosis, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you don't get it from biting your fingernails.
Yeah.
Police have arrested one man and identified others in an alleged gang rape of a 23-year-old female photographer in the Indian financial hub of Mumbai. Police said the incident on Friday. The incident is the latest shocking report of sexual assault that made headline in the South Asian nation. We have made 1 arrest so far, but all the accused have been identified. According to the city's police commissioner, I'm not even going to say his name, but it is Singh.
Yes, Satyapal Singh.
It's like Patel, Singh,
Gupta,
Chow, whatever. All the same name.
Okay.
The attack took place on Thursday evening in a deserted area in the Shaki Mills district of Mumbai, Singh said. The unidentified female and male colleague were on assignment in the area for a print publication when some of the men approached them and asked whether they had permission to take photographs, Singh said. The attack unfolded from there, he said, without providing full account of the event. The victim is in stable condition in Jaslok Hospital in Mumbai. Singh said police have a strong lead in the case without giving further details. There you go. Unbelievable. Now, by the way, Delhi said the numbers of reported rapes in the capital jumped from 179 the first 3 months of last year to 463 for the same period this year. The rise in the number of rapes reported does not necessarily mean that they are more being committed. It may be that the recent high-profile cases have encouraged women to come forward with complaints. In other words, it could be the same number that's been happening for years, but nobody's really reporting.
Yeah, but you said there was a female photographer and a male colleague. So what happened to him? Was he raped as well, or killed him,
they
or
probably
what?
beat the hell out of him and took her. That's scary, dude.
Yeah, that is scary.
And,
Especially, I mean, you got to be in people, so this got to be really packed. I mean, imagine. A billion people, that makes New York look like Macon.
Yeah. Well,
densely populated area.
Ready for this big ass number? According across India, 24,923 cases of rape were reported last year.
According to the National Crime
And earlier this month, a 7-year-old girl was raped in the train's toilet compartment in central India.
Sad, man.
Don't know what to say, folks. There you go.
What is that? It's Friday, motherfuckers.
Well, yeah. It's funny.
What do you know?
First album I ever bought was Breakfast in America. All right, Rudy.
First album.
Thinking of having, then we're talking about rape and they're talking about music.
Yeah, Supertramp was a damn good band.
Anyway, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with India. I think they all need to learn a lesson. They need to get more jobs as
what? Telemarketers?
Yeah, telemarketers. Get all those men on telemarketing.
Yeah.
They'll be too busy.
Talk about being busy. This is from Atlanta, from WSB. Actually near Dunwoody, Georgia. It says apartment complex evicts man for making tenants uncomfortable. Speaking of uncomfortable situations.
Wow, that's messed up.
Yeah. It's in Dunwood, Georgia. A Dunwoody apartment complex is evicting a man claiming he made other tenants uncomfortable by staring at them at the pool. It says Cedric Armand, a self-described writer, actor, and model, told Channel 2's Mike Pacheknik he works from his home in the Axis at Perimeter Apartments off Ashwood Dunwoody Road.
Do you have a picture of this guy?
Oh, yeah.
Is that him?
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like, one of those, models you see on Essence magazine or something like that, It says, I write.
So you would think they'd be happy he was staring at them.
Yeah.
A good-looking guy staring at you.
That's my primary occupation. Yeah, that's him.
Oh, well, he's not that good looking. Yeah, he is kind of creepy, ain't he?
Well, yeah, I guess when you're wearing an S-curl and it's 2013, perhaps, yeah. It's 2013, you still wearing an S-curl. It says on, Jerry curl.
So what do you think, ladies? I mean, if this guy was staring at you, I'm talking to the ladies now, not the guys. I know the guys will get off on anything.
Yeah.
Guys will bang a tree. But I'm saying...
I got some standards. Okay.
Okay, now there's
okay.
Anyway, creepy, all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
so
yeah,
staring at them.
Yeah, hydroponic. So glow. Yeah, because it is kind of creepy. You still wearing a Jerry curl and it's 2013. I mean, my goodness.
Well, by the way, we got to get some more mods on here.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys need to think.
I kind of like not having that many.
Well, and you all need to watch the chat then.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if anybody wants to be a mod, just write a 10,000 word essay or more on why you would make a good mod.
Exactly. And then make sure there's no typos.
Exactly.
Use your spell check.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I guess to go back to the story, according to an eviction notice, multiple neighbors complained to the apartment management that Armand showed Pacheknik that Armand was making them feel uncomfortable because he would come to the pool but not go swimming. Well, duh, he's wearing a freaking Jerry curl. He can't get his hair wet. What do you expect? Come on. Armand told Pacheknik he's never stared at anyone at the pool, let alone children. Well, look. If you're gonna get on a pool, at least put on a shower cap, man. Cause look, or at least shave your head, get a ball cut or something, get a fade. But come on, man. It's 2013. It's time to get rid of the Jerry curl. It's not 1988.
Well, I mean, that just looked like a sloppy hairdo. Like you just didn't cut his hair. Growing all over the place.
I mean, he's 25 years too late, man. It's like,
a little overweight too.
Get rid of the Jerry curl.
Yeah, he looked like Eazy-E in his prime.
Mm-hmm. More like Sleazy E. But anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Or put a baseball cap on. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Or do-rag.
Yeah, or do-rag.
Mm-hmm.
Or something. He's not good looking at all. He's a little overweight.
Possibly.
Right. How your dick hanging?
Yeah.
Ew. Okay.
So he was staring at people at the pool.
Yes.
But isn't that what you do? I mean, you ever go to a beach and watch some of these fat belly sons of bitches walking around in their little Speedos? And what else are you going to do but stare? Like, oh my God, kind of like rubbernecking. Doesn't that just happen?
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, so what is he supposed to be doing? Looking at himself?
If he's narcissistic enough, yeah. Look at his reflection in the pool.
Navel gazing?
I'm so good looking.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
You can't stare at the ground the whole time. You're right, Smetlock.
Mm-hmm.
I like Smetlock. Where'd he come from?
You remember the person that was arrested for having weapons possession of a charter school campus in Cherokee County? It's said that the man actually suffered from a brain tumor, according to his family.
Wow.
Now that's something that.
Now you see.
Mm-hmm. Said a deputy's.
Now, when you look at that, if I was walking like that,
I'd probably shut my eyes or.
I say I like that bathing suit.
Actually, that's more like Walmart material.
Yeah.
Walmart material.
Yeah, that's my bathing suit.
But authorities said that.
I wish I was that tall.
It
How
said,
do you make that happen?
oh yeah, but it's expensive.
Rudy, you wouldn't throw up. You'd be coming up to me, trying to figure out what's behind that sling.
Mm-hmm. On Thursday.
Ah!
And 2 down and 1 more to go.
And wow!
Dang,
Come on, Ed.
You got,
baby.
You got the mud butt, the bubble guts today,
All right,
man.
so we're gonna see that one's more like in line.
Yes.
Can you do them both, Ed? Like one and oscillate between the two? And which one is the diarrhea one, and which one is the crap one? Regular crap.
So, in other words, which one is runny, which one is chunky?
Yeah.
Like smooth and creamy,
Yeah,
smooth and chunky
creamy.
peanut butter.
Kind of like that guy staring at people. Yeah.
Ew.
Hyperactive cone.
How about that?
Anyway.
It's going on 10:05 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. I guess that would be 3:05 a.m. in London, England time. It's 75 degrees outside with a high of 89 and a low of 71. You're watching The Morning Roast live from the doghouse. We'll be right back.
Stick around, guys. We're almost done. We're
And we are back.
Wow,
we're into
back.
the third and the final round of
That
final
was
hour.
Tyler. That was young Tyler.
That was an old version of Stand Your Ground.
Definitely, no doubt. That was so basically this happened like 50 years, some odd years ago.
Yeah. She found out that she heard that Tony was going to come and try to kill her.
And then as soon as they opened the door,
I mean, the funny thing about it is, you ought to be bringing up like good stuff, like we went down, we did that. No, we're talking about chopping somebody's hand.
With the point, the whole thing I look
but
at.
it was a Klansman's hand, so it was like,
yeah.
The point I look at this news is
Just
somebody's got to
saying.
bring this fucking news out.
Somebody got to say
People
it.
got to know about this shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's neither here or there. I'm just saying. I'm not criticizing what you're saying yet. I'm just saying. Ain't it funny? They're talking about, let's you remember the March on Washington, and a woman comes out and and they can put his hand, we chopped his hand off. It's like,
well, I mean,
don't you think there's an appropriate time to tell that story
It's
other
kinda
than
ironic,
while
yeah.
you're trying to recollect?
I know it's kind of ironic because it's supposed to be a peaceful march, but yet they had but this is the Ku Klux Klan we're talking about. I mean, back then,
get it.
I mean, Klansmen didn't go to jail for killing black people or minorities and
I don't
Jewish
get it.
people. They didn't go to jail for it.
Remember Django?
Mm-hmm.
Where they had they made the pillowcases.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't see where the hell they were going and shit like that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I mean, I know it was terrible. I mean, this stuff went on, but come on. We're trying to recollect a good time. Let's not talk about all the ugliness that was obviously there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? It's the ugliness that stays in everybody's mind. The good shit everybody forgets about.
Mm-hmm.
The Attaboys, you get one, a million Attaboys, one hot shit's gonna knock that right out.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, one of the stories that Ed talked about, it is kind of a very sad situation about the World War II veteran Delbert Shorty Belton was brutally beaten to death by two teens outside of a lounge in Spokane, Washington, and it was just really bad. He served his country, he survived World War II and all this stuff, and what happens, 65, 70 years later, he gets beaten to death by some little knuckleheads.
Well, they haven't caught the kids yet. They haven't found them.
They haven't found.
They haven't found them yet, but
that is
they're
kind of
going to
messed up. Yeah, they should. They should go to jail. Remind me of a story back when I was in college about this one guy, this veteran from Desert Storm. He just came from Desert Storm. Some young black dude, probably the same age that I was, and he was about 22, maybe 23. I think he just gotten married, newlywed guy, and he got beaten to death by some gang members. I guess some skinheads or whatever. I mean, I mean, that's what. It's kind of sad. Like, you risk your life going overseas to protect the country, then you come home, you catch more hell. That's just bad.
That's typical of what. Are we talking about veterans?
Yeah,
it's typical. I mean, this is the way veterans are treated in this country. Completely. They're worse than second-class citizens in this country. They go out.
They're treated as disposable.
They go out and they serve their country. Then they come back and the country spits in their face.
Mm-hmm.
It's very typical.
No, or they didn't go to jail.
Well,
and if they did go to jail, it would be like 20 years later.
We got 2 schools in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got 2 murders in 1 week. Stupid, senseless murders.
Because they were
bored.
bored.
What's going on in the world, man? 1,300 people were gassed the other day in Damascus.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what else is going on in all the other parts of the world that we're not covering.
Exactly. Matter of fact, I was saying like I said in the last hour, that the guy who was arrested for weapons possession at Cherokee County said he was suffering from a brain tumor. For real, that's it. Authorities charged Todd Grigg, the guy who was...
I'd like them to rip his head open and find that freaking tumor.
Yeah.
And then we'll believe him.
Okay, he was charged with 4 counts of illegal weapons possession on school property, and obstruction. And his family said Grigg was at the school campus to meet his mother for a ride to Emory University Hospital. He was scheduled to undergo a brain scan for a tumor on his left frontal lobe. His mother said he was never a threat to students or staff. So the thing is, why he had to carry a gun and BB gun and some knives when he had to go to the doctor's office for a brain scan? I mean, were they really that cutthroat of a doctors? I mean, come on. Sheesh.
Maybe when he found out his diagnosis, he was going to use that knife to try to give himself surgery.
Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe he found out what the price his doctor bill was from his HMO or something, and he said, "Oh, I ain't paying for this,"
Yeah, we got my doctor bill for the 2 days I was in there last week.
Uh-huh.
Almost $14,000.
Sorry about your great uncle.
Bill that's separate.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Plastic, about your great uncle.
Yeah, sorry for it. You have our condolences.
Found out just a couple of days ago he's dead.
Golly.
I don't even keep up with my great uncles. I don't even think they're alive anymore. They're all dead.
Well, yeah, if they're great uncles, that means they're your grandfather's brother.
Yeah, well, my grandfather's been dead way before I was born.
Yeah, so,
I never got to meet him.
Unless they're his younger brothers, they probably are now. I mean, if you're 50, they got to be at least.
I mean, my grandmother was like 110 when she died, but my grandfather died in his 40s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know that.
Dog dog world out there. Excuses. Sorry, Plus, for your loss. We had 2 in the past month.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie, what's up? The worst offenders and mistreated our troops and our government. Sorry that my brother went now over Afghanistan, came back with a broken man, and now they want to deny him his right. Well, that's true.
That's very true. They
happens all the time.
They always treat the soldiers, the veterans, as disposable. They were expendable.
Donnie's on a roll.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Another news, there's a story in Canton, Georgia about a suspected carjacker shot in the head. Sheriff's officials in northwest Georgia say a man who was involved in the carjacking was killed shortly after taking off with the victim's vehicle. Cherokee County Sheriff's Lieutenant Jay Baker says a group of men carjacked the driver of a white Dodge yesterday afternoon, and the car crashed about a mile away from the scene. Police say one of the suspects was pistol whipping the victim in the back seat of the car when the gun discharged and wounded the getaway driver. The car crashed into a tree. Police say that they believe a second suspect fled the scene on foot, and a third was taken to Wellstar Kentstone Hospital for head injuries. An autopsy is scheduled for Friday, and the dead suspect's identity has not been released.
Wow. Well. Well, guess what time it is?
10:20.
Time for our daily bread.
Okay.
Why not?
Yes.
We're 6 minutes ahead of time.
Yes, the gift
I
of
do
life.
about 10:30 somewhere. But this time I don't need to be reminded. Today, for our daily bread for August 23rd, 2013 is known as The Gift of Light by Bill Crowder. Sir Christopher Wren designed and built more than 50 church buildings in London during the late 1600s. His design style had two prominent features. The first of which was a sturdy, tall steeples. The second, however, was more profound. Wren was convinced that all of the windows of his churches must use clear glass, as opposed to the stained glass so many popular churches had in that era. In part, his reason for the clear glass is found in words attributed to him. God's greatest gift to man is light. Allowing light to bathe people as they worship was, to Wren, a celebration of that gift. In the Genesis account, on the first day of creation, God made light. Genesis 1, verse 3. The light God created is even more than just a means by which to see. It's a picture of what Christ brought when he entered this darkened world. In John chapter 8, verse 12, our Lord said, I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in darkness, but have the light of life. To the followers of Christ, light is one of the great reminders of the character of our Savior and the quality of the life he has given us through his sacrifice on the cross. Wren is right. God's greatest gift to man is light. Jesus Christ, the light of the world. Creator God, I thank you that you spoke light into darkness of the universe. And I thank you, you brought light into darkness of my heart through your Son, Jesus Christ. Jesus came to give light to a dark world. Your Bible read in Genesis chapter 8, verse 12 through 29, and in verse 12 it says, I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in darkness, but have the light of life.
John 8:12.
There you have it. John 8:12. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that's a really good way to...
Our daily bread for today.
Yes, 10:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very good.
There we go. Thank you, lady. Thank you, Manny. Thank you, bacon frying on a pan.
Speaking of...
Not chesting on an open flame.
Speaking of some news,
I love that picture.
The former
my favorite picture.
One of the former co-workers or co-hosts of The View, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, is going to make her debut as a co-host of Fox and Friends on Monday, September 16th. Fox News Channel has just announced this morning that she will be there, I guess, at 6 a.m. that morning, and she will make her debut September the 16th.
And that is Jenny McCarthy, who was married to Jim Carrey at one time.
Well, she dated Jim Carrey. She only got married like maybe one time. She dated Jim Carrey, and then she dated Brian Urlacher from the Chicago Bears, who recently retired. He's now, matter of fact, not to go into sports, but he's also part of the sports commentators of the brand new new satellite show, NFL on Fox Daily, which is one of the new sports shows on Fox Sports 1.
How did she become like a sports nut? She never talked about it much on the show, did she?
Well, she probably dated him. Dated one or two.
I mean, I know that Whoopi Goldberg hates just about anything.
Yeah, well, Elizabeth Hasselbeck actually, believe it or not, not talking about Jenny McCarthy, but Elizabeth Hasselbeck, when she was on, not that many people know this, but she's married to, I think, Matt Hasselbeck, the quarterback from the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I thought she was married to that guy from that bimbo show, David Hasselbeck.
That's Hasselhoff.
That's Hasselhoff. That's Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff.
That's a totally.
Asshole, my asshole.
That's-
Donnie asked me. He sent me a message, so I'm going to make an announcement.
Hasselhoff, Hasselback, they're all the same.
Donnie Curry is having a show on Sunday around 7 or 8. Just wanted to let his friends know. He didn't want to hijack.
Oh yeah, Donnie Curry. Let me tell you, Donnie
I
Curry.
guess that's 7 or 8 his time. I don't know.
Donnie Curry's got, he knows how to cast. That boy, he knows how to hold an audience together. So watch a show. I love that little Superman character he has flying around. Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, it's always good to have Donnie Curry on
I
the
like
show.
the pink dolphins you got crawling on the wall.
Yeah, there it is. There's his little Superman guy. Damn, that's his face too. Look, see that? He chopped off Superman's head and put his own head on.
That is kind of cool.
Anyway. All right, go fly in bed and make sure you take off that underwear suit. That want to keep that clean.
Wait, Forbes, you said that Jenny McCarthy is a genius and a conservative? She's a conservative too? She doesn't look it. She doesn't seem to be. Especially one who posed for Playboy. Oh, no.
Yeah. Anyway, Derek, so, what do you think? Are we going to continue to have battles with the United States and Egypt? What do you think about that?
Well, I hope things will settle down, though, but, can't hold my breath.
I wonder what Mike is thinking. I mean, Mike goes out to Egypt. Mike, by the way, is our landlord. Mine and Ed's landlord here. And he's from Egypt. And
Yeah,
he
that
always,
looks like Fred Flintstone.
yeah, he looks like Fred Flintstone. He acts like him too. But he obviously now must be struggling that Egypt is going back to the Stone Age. So, do you think, like everybody else thinks it's Obama's fault?
Well, there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on, Bombs. I mean, it's not entirely. I mean, it's been put on his lap for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. I mean, Bush and Cheney definitely did stir the pot 8 years earlier. I mean, there's no question about that. I mean, think about. When they went there to Iraq, they were there trying to get some free oil. I mean, they weren't there trying to, sell some Pokemon cards.
And I'll tell you, that's what Bush's family is in the oil business.
Yeah, they're in the oil business.
That's why President Bush was licking Bin
Laden's.
No, the other guy, the Saudi Arabian king.
Oh.
He's walking around with him and holding his arm and kissing his hand and.
Well, that's what that's
licking his
tradition,
butt, his oil slick butt.
Ew. I'm still trying to figure out. Vorpal says that Jenny McCarthy is a conservative. Really?
Jenny McCarthy?
Yeah. Plastic Cam says, I believe that she seems to know her stuff.
Isn't she?
Yeah, she's also a comedian.
She had a show or something.
Yeah,
right?
she does, and she's a former
kind of
playmate.
bombed, didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird to figure out, yes, she's a former playmate and comic actor. She's conservative. Weird, huh?
Yeah, it is weird.
Very, very
Speaking
weird.
of weird, the poor Aaron Hernandez has been indicted.
Mm-hmm.
Did we mention that?
Yeah, briefly.
Today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
The grand jury indicted him.
They indicted him. Mm-hmm. Boy, that boy looked nervous.
Well, yeah, man. Shoot, you lose $40 million and you convicted of some crime of a murder? Yeah.
Yeah, how's he going to pay those lawyers? He's going to go to jail for not paying.
Yeah.
So even if he gets off, he'll go to jail because he can't pay.
Yeah.
Wind up in jail anyway.
Yeah, that's messed up. Speaking of the justice system right here.
That is messed up, ain't it?
Yeah, they're really messed up.
God, speaking of...
Yes. Officials of 40,000 Massachusetts defendants may be affected by the chemist's alleged misdeeds. And Ed, you said you have a picture of her, right? Says CNN says that the list of defendants whose case could be affected by the alleged drug tampering of a former Massachusetts chemist has now grown to over 40,000. Imagine 40,000 people getting ready to sue you. Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick's administration said earlier this week. The chemist is Andy Dukan, age 34, is already facing a total of 27 counts, including obstruction of justice, mishandling of drug evidence, and lying about holding a master's degree in
Who is this?
In chemistry. Andy Dukan.
Her eyes are crooked.
Yeah, yeah.
She's looking this way and
the
that
other
way.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think maybe it's from the chemistry? I don't know. Chemicals.
Maybe she's not seeing clearly.
Yeah.
She's not seeing things straight.
Yeah, so to speak.
She's got one eye this way and one eye that way.
Yeah, she could drop a dime and pick up 2 nickels. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
she
kidding.
can see both sides of the street at the same time. Oh, bless you, Ed.
Yeah.
You're the man.
Well, she supposedly may be lying about holding a master's degree in chemistry from the University of Massachusetts. Says Dukan worked as a state chemist testing drug evidence submitted by law enforcement agencies from 2003 until March of 2012. When she resigned, according to the Massachusetts Attorney General's office. Says the Attorney General's office began a criminal investigation in July 2012 after Massachusetts State Police were tipped off by Dukan's co-workers who allegedly...
They were pissed off?
Tipped off by Dukan's co-workers.
They were pissed off.
They were alleged that say that her work might not be reliable. Said that the investigations revealed that Dukan allegedly tampered with evidence by altering substances in vials that were being tested at the state lab.
I love you, Ed. I swear to God, I did not know you even had that picture. And there he is. As your man.
Well, yeah, if she had some shades on, perhaps.
Where's the
You see, now look, Derek, how come, I mean, you like Indian women. How come you're not salivating over this one? Is it an eye problem? Is it because there's something about her eye? Tell me more about my eye.
He's looking for UFOs.
I don't want, see, got me thinking. I don't even want to talk about that much, but I see what you mean.
She can have 2 eyeballs. The eye. I guess lazy eye is all it is.
Yeah,
that eye is active. That eye is not lazy. That son of a bitch is active off to the left.
Yes. I guess the eyes have it.
Yeah.
Yes.
The lazy eye would be like looking down.
Authorities say that
evil eye, exactly.
Says they said
Very eyeballs.
Yeah, said that she was tampered with the state's evidence by putting in vials and allegedly covered up the practice by routinely dry labbing samples, which is a term used for merely visually identifying samples instead of performing the required chemical test.
Yeah.
They arrested her at her home in Franklin, Massachusetts last September last year, but she was released on $10,000 cash bail with conditions, according to the state attorney's general office, and she has pleaded not guilty to all charges.
Of course, they're all not guilty. I don't think she read her rights correctly.
Correct.
Yeah.
It seems like her court date is set for October 11th, so 2 months from now.
Look at that. Unbelievable.
Suffolk Superior Court.
Well, you know, being born with a lazy eye and all that, that's not a lazy eye. That's a crooked fucking eye. There's a difference. Lazy is lazy. That eye is not lazy. That eye is crooked. Damn it. Call it what it is. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That eye is roaming around somewhere else.
Like a cell phone.
She's having half a convulsion.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Something's going on. Why can't she just grab the eyeball and push it to the side and do something? Damn it.
Yeah, Manny says lazy.
Let her go to the pool with that guy and stare at people. See how quick she'll be thrown out of it.
You can't tell who she's staring at.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You gotta prove it beyond a ponderance of a doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
She can get away with it. Yeah. It's called a third eye. Something to do with a pineal gland. Yeah, well. Yeah, she's got a pineal gland, all right.
Yeah.
Is that pineal or penile?
Penile gland.
Like a penile.
Yeah, she got hit with a penis. And knocked her eye out of place.
I don't even want to see that. Think about that visual.
Three Bears is laughing. I love you, Three Bears. Welcome back to our crazy ass show. And you know, really, Three Bears, I want to say this now that you're here and you've been here with us. I am so glad you're back. You are one of our oldest viewers. Mm-hmm. And we did miss you. And we actually mentioned you a few times on the show that we missed you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're back, darling. Mm-hmm. Right? Am I right, Plastic? Plastic. Eve has been with us as well for. It's going to be a year, guys. Think about it, Three Bears. Think about it, Plastic, Vorpabite. You guys have been around with us since the beginning of this show.
Yeah. 17 days from now will be
17 days will be one freaking year. We've been
on there.
Intercasting.
Yes, exactly. Roaming through the internet, the World Wide Web, giving you information and entertainment as well.
Manny says,
Thank you.
Sometimes Irv sounds so smart.
I do sound sometimes. When I want to be. 1 year of this bullshit. Yeah, exactly, Lady K.
Yeah, sometimes Irv talks and his brain's not working at the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes he talks, his brain is working.
This is my roommate. He knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Man,
sometimes it's not
you may
working.
want to get that ass before you burn yourself.
I know about it.
Oh, okay.
I
just want you
the rug's
to
going to
burn
go in
your
the
hand.
garbage head. Go right ahead. Don't worry.
It looks kind of hot.
Yeah.
Burn it.
I got it covered.
Okay, all right.
That's actually the whole cigarette.
Derek is so horny he sees the cigarette as being hot. How's that?
Well, not. There's a totally different hot. Yeah.
You guys have your own logo soon, I know.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna have
the ash.
Yeah, the ash. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Look at my ash.
It looks like a little.
Does my hand make my ash look big?
It looks like a little penis. Anyway, so
not hers, a little penis.
Oh, that's wonderful. I can't wait till he gets here. Yeah, kiss my ash, Lady K said. And anyway, good morning, Roz and Nicole. Always better late than never. As always.
It's kind of messed. I got some.
Well, she's happy she missed the sports section.
Well,
we are done with sports, right?
Well, speaking of it, I do have that one story. I do have one. It's just some breaking news.
Manny says, "May I ask you something?"
Yeah, it says Tim Tebow spent most of last night, perhaps one of his fleeting few remaining as an NFL quarterback, standing near the 50-yard line of the New England Patriots sideline. When the Pats were on the defense, he sometimes usually casually flip a ball by himself. When on offense, he put his helmet on ready to go in where their QB or any other position coaching staff might request. And somehow Tebow's number was never called. So when 68 Patriots saw action when they lost against Detroit Lions 40-9 in the third week of preseason play, it was a critical chance to make New England's eventual 53 opening week roster, or at least put something on film for another team to spot and scoop you up. Tebow was not among them. Tom Brady played quarterback for the first half, and
He should just quit.
Yeah, Ryan Mallett played for the second half. And despite the Tebow chants from the bored Lions fans who wanted to see the famed former Heisman Trophy winner, Tebow just kept standing there waiting and waiting for a chance to play, but it never came.
Why doesn't he just go back to the Gators? He was doing well there.
Well, he's graduated, so I mean, you can't go back. You can't go back to college.
You left back, you know. Go back. Go back to college.
Belichick likes to remind evaluations are made over the course of training camp, not one game or one play. But it was not a good sign for Tebow, so Tebow may not be playing this season.
Yeah. I'll tell you. I'm telling you, they're going to steal that from Mixon Morning's going to steal that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I give it 2 months.
Email it to them?
I give it 2 months. I give it 2 months.
But anyway, yeah, he is the most overrated player. He's a bum. Mm-hmm. I watched some of the vids on what's been going on in Syria. Very disturbing. Makes me sick. Yes. Mm-hmm. You know what? Syria, what the United States ought to do is what they did to Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Just blow them up. Get rid of them. All
What,
those
and get
people,
rid of
they're
that?
all a mayhem.
And get rid of that oil shoot? No, man. They're not gonna find. They're gonna find a way to get over. They're not gonna move.
What do you think we're over there? They want the oil.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to make them move except for cash money. Trust me. That's the reason why they're in the Middle East instead of over in North Korea. Unless some mad scientists can find a way to squeeze some oil or some diamonds out of a freaking microwave oven or a Blu-ray or a freaking Hyundai, we ain't going to North Korea. You can count on
You
that.
notice North Korea is not in the news anymore? I guess Dennis Rodman did a good job.
Yeah, I see. I guess they said
guy doesn't want to blow us up because he doesn't want to kill Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, or he doesn't want him to move there, I guess. I don't know. Possibly.
Dennis Rodman being a better political guy than all these scumbag politicians. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, that's scary. When Dennis Rodman is a better diplomat, better negotiator than Jesse Jackson.
Well, that son of a bitch got some of the nicest looking women. Look at that guy. That guy looks like a wall full of graffiti.
Yeah, well, he looks like a freaking hobgoblin, but
yeah,
he's somehow
awful looking.
But he has money. He's an former NBA player, so yeah,
he got rings
even the
in his
ugliest
eyeball.
of the ugly can get hot women. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
See, $3, $4, $5 million make any troll look like a freaking Adonis. I mean, shoot, make me look like Denzel or Morris Chestnut or Boris Kojo.
Or that guy watching the people at the pool.
Yeah. make Ed look like Hugh Jackman. I mean,
Yeah. Money changes everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need to protect Jordan. The King of Jordan has done a lot of help to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. I like that Jordanian king guy.
Yeah.
He's married to an American woman.
Yeah, I was thinking, was it Jordanian?
He's married to that American woman.
Yeah, she used
to be hot. She was like a Miss America.
She's still hot. Truth be told, I think her name is Queen Noor.
Yeah, Queen Nora. Norchak.
Queen Noor. N-O-O-R.
Yeah, he's American educated. There you go. There's King Abdullah.
Yeah, see, Ed, when he's not.
What's his name? King something.
Yeah, I wish I could.
King of Slam.
That's one of your best pictures, Ed.
What are you gonna do, brother, when the big Ed comes on top of you?
Yeah, he looks like a warlord on roids. Man, he says Ed.
Yes. That's
Ed before he developed high blood pressure.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of...
Now it's actually low blood pressure.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
That's too low.
Speaking of wrestling...
When I croak, I croak.
Yeah. Speaking of professional wrestling,
we're gonna talk fake sports now.
No, WWE is 2K14 is coming out on stores October 29th. There's a wrestling video game.
Yeah, I'm sure every Mexican person is going crazy right now.
Mexican.
Yeah. There you go. Z.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's going crazy about freaking fake sport.
Okay.
All right, it's all scripted.
Well, okay, maybe something for everyone. Here's some good news. It's something for the kids, doing something for all of us.
A simple habit.
Simple habit that makes kids smarter. Now, so helping your children gain a mental edge and superior math and reading skills may be easy as tucking them into bed at the same time every night, according to a research conducted at University College London. I may have to send this to my sister with my little baby niece Chloe. Who's going to be turning 2 next month. And by the way, you heard it first from here. My sister is going to have her second child, supposed to be due in February. So my little baby niece Chloe may be a big sister. But going back to this article. Oh, we got another call?
Yeah.
Is it Ann or a telemarketer or the pizza guy?
I don't know. Let's see who it is. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Speaking. Job what, sir? No, thank you. Yeah. Son of a bitch. What the hell do I need health insurance for? I already have it. Give me options on health insurance.
So the
Want to give me an option? Give it to me for nothing. Free.
Yeah. So the piece of guys start selling insurance now.
Come on, man. I should have went off on him.
Yeah, you should have.
I need mental health insurance.
Yeah. But here it is right here about a simple habit that makes kids smarter. Basically, the study, which was published in the Journal of Epidemiology and Community Health, involved over 11,000 children at the ages of 3, 5, and 7. Researchers found that youngsters who went to bed at irregular hours scored lower in cognitive tests for reading, math, and spatial abilities. They noted that sleep is crucial for brain plasticity.
Growth.
Yes, growth. Yes, the brain's ability to change and modify its structure, which allows us to learn. It says that irregular sleep adds up. The effect was cumulative, since girls who have never gone to bed at a consistent time scored significantly lower in all tests. They also scored lower if they only had irregular bedtime hours at the age of 7. It says boys, on the other hand, reported lower scores when they had irregular bedtime hours during only 2 of the 3 age periods, such as ages 3 and 5, 5 and 7, or 3 and 7. Non-regular bedtimes only at the age of 5 led to lower reading scores in girls and lower math scores in boys. So study participants were part of the Millennium Cohort Study, a long-term study of infants born in the UK between the years of 2000 and 2002. They were being tested and being asked to read a series of words on a card out loud, complete number-based tasks, and construct designs by putting together solid cubes with patterns while being monitored for speed and accuracy. The amount of sleep of little ones need varies from child to child, so it's best to observe their mood and behavior. However, the National Sleep Foundation makes the following recommendations for each age group. For newborn,
That's a woman's point of view.
Yes, for newborn babies, they're supposed to have at least 12 to 18 hours sleep. For 1 to 3-year-olds, 12 to 14 hours sleep. Preschoolers, 11 to 13 hours of sleep. 5 to 10-year-olds, 10 to 11 hours of sleep. And teenagers, 8.5 to 9.25 hours of sleep. So if anyone wants to know about it, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this article up on there. So
sounds very complicated.
So those who want to give this to your children and those who are in that age range category, I think is very, very vital to know about this. It could, if it helps their kids' health and also help them become much smarter, then more power to them.
And also gives them something to do so they don't go out shooting some Australian guy.
So they won't be too bored.
Yeah, they won't be too
bored. Go to the library, make a
up.
sandwich. Go Kroger and get some bread and some bull and make a sandwich. Yeah.
Clean the kitchen. Sweep
Yes.
the floor. Wax on, wax off.
Yes. Change the light bulb every now and then.
Yeah, why not? Put them to work. You know what? Now that I think about it, you remember that movie, the kid that said, "May I have some more?" What was it?
Oliver Twist. Yeah.
Maybe they ought to put kids in that whole thing.
May I have some more?
At one time, I felt bad for those kids in that movie. Now I realize maybe that's what they ought to be doing.
Asking for gruel, put them in orphanages and ask them for gruel.
Why not? Have them do something. But obviously, the parents are not doing shit for them.
Well, of course not. Well, they don't have any chores because nobody's milking cows in their in their apartment. They can always go Krogering or go Publixing.
Well, there's a big thing going on which you aren't going to read in the news, but I don't even know what the article is, but as of I think it was like a year and a half ago, they started drug testing all parents. Mothers, fathers in child custody cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they should.
They get caught with marijuana in the system, they lose the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, I'm a big advocate of that, of marijuana, that.
No doubt about it.
So, Derek, what do we got on Wordsmith, the word origin that they've been stealing idea from in that Meth in the Morning show?
Okay, well, I'm glad you asked that. I was checked out the word origins. Today's word of the day from Word Origins, wordsmith by John Ato. Today's word is convex. Not convicts. No, not that.
Yeah, convex.
C-O-N-V-E-X. Convex.
The word is convex.
Yes.
Okay.
Convex was borrowed from Latin convexus.
Yeah.
Mainly an architectural term meaning arched, vaulted. The element vexus, V-E-X-U-S, probably came from vehir, carry, source of English vehicle. The notion being that vaults are carried together, or Latin come together, to meet at a point at the center of a roof. Although some have speculated that it is related to Latin varus, V-A-R-U-S, means bent or knock-kneed, a source of English prevaricate.
This is all freaking Chinese. It doesn't matter. I will never use that freaking word, and I won't know what it means, and I still don't know what it means.
Convex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's very convex-luting.
Convoluting?
Yeah, something like that. Same
well,
shit.
according to the Wikipedia definition of convex means curving out or bulging outward, opposed to concave.
Oh, so when a guy got a hard on, he's got a convex.
Yeah.
When it bulges out.
That's convex.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Knock.
Go ahead, Derek. Bring it close. Bring it close. Bring it close. Look at that. There you go, Derek. There you go.
Hey, hello.
Double dare.
Yes.
Double dare. Look at that.
Woo.
Wow.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, look at yourself, Derek. Look at yourself.
Yes.
Your eyeglass lenses are convex, and if you're short-sighted, your lens will be a concave.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, horny boy. Coming from a guy who's horny, he's thinking smart.
Welcome to the Derek Barrett Show.
Thank you.
I guess he's not thinking with his other head. He's actually thinking with his real head.
Yes, the cranial one, not the penile.
Yeah, the cranial head. Horny boy.
Yes. Speaking of which, who said this first? Who said that first?
All right, who said it first?
Hear no evil, see no evil. It's doubtful that anyone ever said it in English before the end of the 17th century. The concept of see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil related far back as Confucius in China, several hundred years BC, and then traveled to Japan, where it was known for centuries as a moral maxim. By a trick of the Japanese language, the maxim eventually became known worldwide as Kikazaru, or Kikazaru Iwazaru. Mizaru actually means see not evil, hear not evil, speak not evil. But the Japanese suffix for not, zaru, sounds very like the Japanese word for monkey, saru. So gradually, an association grew between avoiding the prescribed evils and monkeys. You see, a stone carving of 3 monkeys appeared in Japan during the 16th century, but it was 100 years later that the most famous visual image appeared, showing monkeys not seeing, not hearing, or speaking. The spectacular Toshogu Shrine near the town of Nikko took 15,000 craftsmen over 2 years to build and then decorate with 2 million sheets of gold leaf. Its elaborate stable for the emperor's sacred horse features wall designs elaborate by the celebrated carver Hidari Jingogo in 1636, including his famous depiction of 3 monkeys who avoided evil by not seeing it, speaking it, or hearing it. The popularity of the 3 wise monkeys quickly spread. By the end of the 19th century, they had become an established image of Western decor. Wow. An international hobby group estimates that they have been created in over 20,000 different versions as ornaments and in every conceivable substance. Miniatures made in gold, Miniatures are made in gold and set with jewels. They can be shelf size in brass or right up to life-size wise monkeys made of concrete for garden decoration. They can be found in porcelain, alabaster, plaster of Paris, wood, bronze, nickel, and pewter. They adorn door knockers, cigarette boxes, bookends, paperweights, wine bottles, and toasting forks. The 3 wise monkeys are everywhere.
Wow.
So basically, who said it first was basically from
There you go. There's monkey business.
Yeah, monkey business. That kind of makes sense. If Zaru with a Z, Z-A-R-U, means not evil, or well, for not, nothing, N-O-T, and the Japanese word for monkey is Saru with an S.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to see the correlation between that.
I don't see shit. I don't hear no evil, see no evil. I speak no evil. Like Helen Keller.
Yeah, what that means. Yeah,
Helen Keller monkeys. Anyway, so
the words have been perfect.
There we go. Oh, look at that.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Ew. Anyway.
Man.
Just say no to crack.
Yes. Speaking of crack, or lack thereof, breaking news: Smith & Wesson issues safety alert for M&P Shield handguns. This is just some news I just.
No, okay, bring it on up. We like talking about guns.
Yes, it seems.
Well, the thing is, we're gonna send it to you. I got a video, but I'm not gonna play it. Even when it falls, if it hits it, it'll accidentally fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna issue a recall on it.
Oh.
Just a warning.
Okay. So basically, Smith & Wesson just issued a warning.
So be careful if you got one. You might smuggle yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Or do a Plaxico Burress on yourself. Yeah, Smith & Wesson just issued a safety warning.
Tell us this exciting news about guns.
Yeah, they issued a safety warning for all S&W M&P Shield owners. So basically, the issue in question is related to the lower trigger on the firearm. Please note that Smith & Wesson is not issuing a recall on the Shield pistols, but is encouraging all owners to have their firearms inspected to see if the issue in question is present. The issue may affect shields manufactured prior to August 19th of 2013. The issue in question may affect the drop safety of the firearm, and according to Smith & Wesson, it may allow the firearm to fire if it's dropped under certain conditions, drop on the ground.
Yeah.
All Shield owners are encouraged to visit the S&W Smith & Wesson website to see if this affects your firearm. You can also read details from the issue that's below.
Wow.
So those who have Smith & Wesson handguns, I'm gonna go ahead and send this link to you guys.
And there's a beautiful gun right there. There's a mugshot of the gun.
Yes, Shield, M&P pistol.
It really creeps me out. I got friends that got concealed weapons permits and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And
guns creep me out.
They caress their guns and shit, and they're always cleaning it. They're like obsessed with their fucking gun.
Yeah, it's like
a gun is a phallic symbol, so
guys like playing with their nut sack and guns and anything that has a probe. They like to.
Like I said, it's a phallic
on their crotch
symbol. I mean, phallic symbol. It's lean and it discharges, shoots off stuff, and if it hits a certain target, you may be very dangerous.
Yeah. Anyway, you have to clean a gun, otherwise the gunpowder causes it to corrode.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like you have to clean your junk. Yeah.
Yeah, so to speak.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Well, it'll stick.
Well, what do you know?
Well, what do you know?
On that note,
we're down to our last minute. I want to thank everybody. Don't forget, do something on this weekend. Don't go out and shoot anybody. Make sure that you don't drink and drive.
Yes, definitely. Want to thank all our people. Want to say thank you to Rosalind Nicole. Thank you. Imagine if he sprinkler-rolled himself. I want to say thank you to Plastic Canvas, Harry Cooter, Horny Boy, Manny, Real Man, Pawn, Scorpio, Pio, Titan, Uranus, Topher, Vorpal Bite 2, Yuck Fu, Zappa 1, Rudy 4, 3 Bears, Vapes vs. Cars, Watchdog 1, and also Thanks Derek Shapiro for calling us earlier today, and also Diaz Photo Guy who was here earlier.
And Rocco, who
And
left.
Rocco.
Obviously, wasn't getting the attention he needed, so he split.
And anybody that's in Macon, stay away from I-75 between I-16
Yeah.
and Bass Road. It's a clusterfuck this week.
Oh yeah, because it's going to be closed for some
One
serious
Saturday last
construction.
night, it was a clusterfuck.
Yeah, there's going to be some serious construction going on this weekend. It's going to be all day Saturday, all the way to like 5 o'clock Sunday morning.
By the way, Hydroponic, let's not forget him.
Oh yes,
Thank
and
you.
Donnie Curry.
Donnie Curry.
In case nobody knows what a construction site looks like, it's usually 20 guys standing around eating donuts with one guy with a shovel digging a hole.
Yes.
Thank you all for being here, Rudy Ford. Thank you as well. We love you guys. Have a great weekend, and see you on Monday.
See you Monday, which will be the which will be the
26th, which is the first day of early voting for Macon Bibb Consolidated.
There we go.
Yes,
Have a
indeed.
great
Yes,
weekend,
indeed.
folks.
Have a weekend.
Get to
Until
know
next.
your candidates.
Definitely. Until Monday. This is Irv, Ed, and DB. Yours truly saying, "Can you smell what the roast is brewing?" Don't answer that.
How you doing?